That is great.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash.
Yeah.
Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Port here live at the Horseshoe Cafe, Southport, Connecticut. It's Barnes, it's Tony, it's Michael, it's Renee, and it's the conclusion of the 152nd playing of the Open Championship.
That is right.
The champion golfer of the year, Xander Schauffle.
Yeah, dude, you got to be impressed with that. What's up, Brian?
What's up, brother?
Great to be here at the Horseshoe. Shout out to them, obviously. Great venue, full Guinness in my hand. Had some nice pizza pre-show. Shout out to Southport. Great job there.
100%.
But yeah, dude, Xander obviously winning, kind of crazy. I don't know if you recall, but you did ask me at some point, maybe last Wednesday, I had a crazy pick for someone to miss the cut. I said Xander.
Yes, I do remember
Here
that.
we are
Here we
now
are. Champion
watching
golfer.
the Barracuda
Shyster.
Championship.
It's unbelievable.
So it's obviously great to see him kind of pull that off, dude. In what was, I think, one of the
Throw a couple
crazier
shekels up
tournaments,
there. Could be a nice payday.
just because of the weather alone, dude. Kind of outrageous.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. It's just crazy. And I think we talked about this a little bit this week, but just how it's they can't have 4 days where it's just clear weather.
Right.
It's just not possible.
And I mean, looking at the playing field, who was in the running for most of the tournament too. So many guys we thought that were going to do well, missed the cut. I mean, it really was a crazy tournament in terms of just everything we predicted. It was just crazy, dude.
And listen, going into this tournament, would anybody have been surprised that Xander won? It's not that crazy, but the fact is, below him, the next four golfers, when you look at the leaderboard, you wouldn't have thought any of them would have been there. Justin Rose with the runner-up finish, tying with Billy Horschel, two guys who really haven't been in the mix at a major championship in quite some time or ever. With the case of Billy Horschel, this was the best finish of his career in a major. And then you have Thurston Lawrence, Tony, the South African 6 under solo fourth, and Russell Keenley, who had a good Masters solo fifth. You really didn't expect to see any of those guys that get attention.
Yeah, as we say, you're not exactly the who's who around the PGA, but still, I mean, that's what makes this sport so great, dude, is that you have these guys who, haven't really been in the running for
Nick Dunlap.
Stop it.
With an eagle.
Wow,
here
dude.
to move into first place at the Barracuda Championship.
That's huge for him.
Old Lake Tahoe Country Club. This is the alternate event we have going on live here. Dunlap doesn't have as many holes to play as some of the others on the leaderboard.
No.
But this putt off the green gets him into solo first place with Mark Messner and Patrick Rogers lurking, Tony.
Oh, my God. So funny. What do you think the purse is for a tournament? For this tournament?
If I had to guess, the winner probably gets 600,000 or something.
Yeah, I'm trying to look. I'm trying to see what it is, dude.
You have to go to, let's see here.
Because I'm at the tournament right now. Leaderboard.
Course stats, maybe?
Course stats. Let's see. Hole 1 is a par 4, 540 yards.
No.
Doesn't say anything about
I could just
Jack Nicklaus design, dude. I'm gonna find it first.
Yeah, you might as well just find it first at this point.
Purse payout. Let's go, dude. The winner takes home $720,000. It seems.
Okay. Up
$4 million purse.
84,000 last year.
Yeah.
Who was your winner last year?
Don't know. Should I know?
One of our favorites. We've struggled with his name at times.
Ashke Bahatia.
But Bahatia, yes.
Bahatia, dude.
So it can help you
Good for him.
put you on the map.
Is it not Bahati?
Ashke.
We
Bahatia.
had said it the wrong
Yeah,
name
wrong.
for years.
Literally, one tournament, they were saying Bahatia.
So we'll keep a mindful
Ashke
eye
Bahatia.
out here. It is kind of nice that this is going on because, like, listen, I mean, for some other fans of other teams, I'm sure there is juice to this Boston-LA Sunday Night Baseball. But for us, especially after this weekend, I don't know if we're in the mood for Dodgers-Red Sox.
Yeah. I mean, again, at this point, I'm pulling for Ohtani. Fantasy points. Let's freaking go. And I'm sure for you, the last thing you want to see is a Boston Red Sox win.
Yeah, but it's nice that they have an opportunity to be swept. Unfortunately, though, they are up 2-0
with Cutter Crawford on the bump
that
here.
was Jaron Duran.
The
first inning, two-run homer. But back to Xander. It's amazing, the narrative coming into this season. He's a great player, but at big tournaments, big moments, he comes up short. He can't close. And then, after major championship season is over, he stands with 2 major championships and really is most likely probably a lock at this point at later in his career to make the World Golf Hall of Fame. There's stats with all the multi-time major champions. And I know 3, you're an absolute lock. So, winning 2 here, halfway to the career Grand Slam. Do you think there's any chance, Tony, especially if he's able to hoist the trophy at East Lake, that he could win Golfer of the Year over Scotty in his 6 victories this year?
I mean, even if he does, dude, I feel like it's gonna be neck and neck.
Yeah.
I mean, how does Scotty not win Golfer of the Year?
Players champion, Masters champion,
arrested. Like that whole thing is kind of crazy. I mean, I think at this point it's got to be a lock for Scotty, like almost no matter what, right?
I mean,
especially if he remains competitive. Like if Scotty just keeps remaining competitive, though, I mean, it's not.
But there's really no time left, though. If you think about it, because it's the 3M this week,
right? Then
it's Wyndham, and then it's the first round of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Isn't that crazy?
It is actually really crazy to think about. But even so, I mean, I don't. Even if I would imagine Scotty remains competitive, and even if Xander wins something else, dude,
but if Xander wins East Lake, he's golfer. He's gonna win golfer.
You think so?
Yeah.
What if it's like as Freddie Freeman launches one, by the way, 417
solo shot?
feet. I think it was a solo shot, if I recall correctly. No one was on base.
That would cut the deficit to 1.
Looks like it was a solo shot.
And that really was out of here in a hurry. And Dodger Stadium, not minute, Tony.
Not at all, but that Freddie Freeman has a beautiful swing. It's simple. It's very concise. And that's why he's been one of the best hitters in the league for quite some time now.
How about I was going to say, like, one of the best hitters of his generation.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And I think maybe a little bit under the radar, too. Definitely does not get as much, I think, media time, even when he was with the Braves, too. I mean, obviously, he was a great player for them, big locker room guy, too. But still, I mean, you really, an unsung hero almost of the MLB. I would imagine, most layman people who aren't, like, huge baseball fans wouldn't even think, Freddie Freeman when they think best players in the league.
Or if they saw him on the street, they wouldn't know who he is.
Wouldn't even know him, dude.
Yeah.
Beautiful guy, dude. Great family, great vibe. He's all around great ball
Beautiful
player.
guy?
Yeah, you think he's handsome? He's got the perfect look for it. He's very marketable. You guys always talk about marketability, all right? You can call Pete Alonso ugly, but God forbid, I call someone attractive.
I don't know, dude. That was
Pete Alonso's not marketable.
Yeah, so I don't get what you were talking about Alonso. You're saying just because we can call him ugly? I don't think I ever said he was ugly. Maybe Michael did.
You absolutely
Michael
have said he
I don't
was
think
ugly.
so.
The both of you agreed. I don't know who said it first, but
I
you were
think we
both
just said
in
that he was
concurrence.
no way marketable.
No. Yeah.
That's definitely what it was. 100%.
I'm pretty sure you guys were making fun of his doofy smile, the thinning hairline.
Rips one down the line.
Pages.
Also, 2 minutes from now. So Josh B, I know you're ready.
You always just said he was unmarketable. Sorry,
trivia
having a beautiful
question
slice of
relating to the last major championship of the season. So just to give you a little sneak peek, that's coming up at 7:30 sharp, Tony. So actually 1 minute from now.
I'm pretty stoked about it, dude.
And you still don't know the answer because I told you the question, but
Yeah,
you
you
know I
did.
did the answer. I hope you didn't look it up.
I did not look it up. I'm not going to do that, dude. Absolutely not.
Who knows, Michael, right? But I can tell you it's going to be a good question. But I have to say, I mean, Xander, I think that like a lot of the golf world was sleeping on him coming into this season.
Oh, yeah.
And he's really established himself. And I mean, I think with the way the rankings work and Scotty finishing tied for 7th, like it's not like Xander would overtake him. But you could argue, I mean, there really shouldn't be a discrepancy between the two, the way Scotty started the season and the way Xander's really picked it up here second half.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it would be interesting to see how Xander does respond after this tournament. But like you said, sneaky good this season. Definitely didn't expect him, hearing him saying, oh, wow, 2 majors like that. That is kind of crazy. But but I don't know. I mean, do you really think he's gonna win any of the next 3 tournaments we have left?
Xander.
Yeah.
I think he might win Eastlake. He's won
You think
Eastlake
so?
before.
Yeah. Oh, really?
And I could actually look up the specific year. Something tells me 2-3 years ago.
If you had to guess, 2022.
I would say 2021 if I had to guess. And it is 7:30, so we will get that trivia question out. Just want to
momentarily, dude.
What year Xander won
It's
at
like
Eastlake, and it was 2017. It's just 2017.
Yeah.
But he was runner-up last year, so looking to close the deal this year. Obviously, Xander closing the deal this year at 2 major championships, so that gets to our next trivia question. He wins the 2 majors this season. How many other times has that happened in the history of the PGA Tour? So how many other times has a golfer won multiple major championships in one season? And just to kind of give you, this isn't a hint because it's a number thing, not a name thing. But before Xander, the last golfer to do it was Brooks Koepka, winning the U.S. Open and the PGA in 2018.
So 6 years in between,
Yeah.
and multiple meaning 2 or more, obviously,
Yes.
right?
No golfer ever won 4. Tiger won 3 and then held 4 at the same time. But no one ever did all 4 in one season.
I don't know, dude. If I had to guess, which is a total shot in the dark, no idea. Stats on here, 5 times.
25 times is incorrect. I know Josh B and Matthew are listening. They're commenting. Let's get a guess out of them. Michael, give me something. Renee, maybe.
I'm not going to ask for
Jeff.
higher or lower. Yeah. Anything.
Michael, give me a guess here. How many times did you? Or wait, did you already see the answer?
Is anyone in the bar?
Negatory.
No,
I have not seen the answer.
Give us an educated guess here.
Can you? I'm going to repeat the question. Xander Schauffle just won his 2nd major of the season earlier today. How many other times has this happened?
How many other times? So not including this one.
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, yeah, exactly. How many other times? Yeah, other times.
Oh, I don't hear anything. No.
Oh, sorry.
Testing.
We got it?
1, 2.
Yeah, we're good. We're in.
Yeah.
Do we have an audio guy back here?
Wow.
I know Woods did it twice, so there's 2, and then 2 other times, 4 times.
Incorrect.
Oh, sit down.
Stay
seated.
Josh B says once. That is incorrect as well.
Wait.
What's Jeff looking at?
4 other times. It's 4 or 5.
He's looking at the question.
No. So this is in all history.
In all
of golf.
history.
So this goes back over 100 years. How many times has a golfer won 2 of the majors
How many times total has it happened? One golfer winning 2 majors in 1 year.
in a year?
6.
Incorrect.
It was on there today. I know Tiger did it twice.
Yeah.
And Schauffle obviously did it today.
We mentioned Koepka.
Yeah, Koepka did it once as well. I said 25 times, which was
I'm
obviously wrong.
ill-informed.
Yeah.
I
Aren't we
believe CBS
all?
Sports. Huh?
Yeah, I said, aren't we all?
You tried your best.
Thank you,
That's all we
guys.
can ask.
Michael, give us something honestly here.
Give us something, anything, a number between.
So they said 6. 2,
Tony said 25.
3, 25 times. You think it's happened, Tony?
I mean, obviously not
That was
anymore.
That's crazy.
If I had, I'm not going to keep guessing,
No, I was just trying to get a guess out of Michael.
Is it double digits or
No,
less?
no freaking hints,
We
dude.
can't do the hints. Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
I think you can.
12.
Incorrect.
9.
Incorrect.
Stop. Nope.
Can't do double guesses.
Can't do double guesses. Nope.
But
it's not
Tony,
gonna
I
happen.
think to make it fair, gets one more guess. Or not?
11.
Yes. Incorrect.
Damn it.
I think Renee's going to have
Renee's
someone
on the
from
prowl. I hear her.
audience,
I hear her talking.
answer this question.
Yes.
How many other times has this happened?
She's asking a good question. I can hear it. One golfer winning 2 majors in a year. Several times, he's saying. Interesting.
It's just your.
People are stumped here. Nobody's getting this one, Brian.
It's just one of those.
Anyone in
things.
the comments?
It could be 100. It could be
No
0.
one?
It could be 3.
Well, we know it's not 0.
It could be 100.
25 times is what I said at first.
25 times.
I said
when you said it
11.
first. You almost guessed
We have
again.
a guess of 5 times.
Incorrect. I
Incorrect.
believe Jeff guessed that.
Jeff guessed 5 and 4 and 6 and 3. Yeah, he was. Yeah.
More or less.
The only numbers he knows, you know.
Well, let's just say there's been a lot of low guesses, but there hasn't been a lot of high guesses. So that's a little hint there.
What's the number?
I mean, are we at this point? I guess we don't have an answer.
Is it higher or lower than 25?
Josh B, 14, 7, 17, and this is what
all
last hint I'm
good.
giving.
It's all good.
Josh B also just guessed 21. Josh B,
It's all good. Said 17.
21 is the closest guess, but it's not the correct guess.
Before that, I was the closest guest. Yes.
No, all I'm saying is 21 was the closest guess.
23.
Renee knows the
Correct.
answers.
Well, yeah, because I texted her. Of course, she knows the answer.
20?
Anybody? 20 is correct.
Oh,
Anthony
let's go,
Materiello, a free drink at the bar.
Damn, dude, that's tough.
Yeah, Josh
20
beat
times,
20,
dude.
but it was too late.
Ah,
Answering
Josh.
just after the horn had sounded.
That's all right, Josh. You can't win them all, dude.
We will have our second
We
trivia
have a
question
saying, has any
coming
golfer
up.
done it more than once?
Has any golfer done it more than once? Yeah.
Well, no,
Like Tiger did it more than once.
Jack.
Yeah. Jack Nicklaus. did it more than
Probably
once.
Arnold Palmer.
I would imagine so.
Yeah.
Ernie?
Ernie, no.
Nah.
Too loud for Ernie, honestly. And then I don't think Koepka did. I think Koepka was just the one time.
Yeah.
But yeah, we will
Great
do
question,
our
though.
next trivia question.
Love the golf. Is golf?
Yes.
Is the second one as well?
Theme of the day, 7:45.
Absolutely,
But
dude.
we've barely, Tony, touched the rest of the leaderboard.
Yes.
But before we do that, is there a little bit of sadness coming over you that the first tee shot at Augusta National is 8 months away?
8 months.
That's a long time.
I guess when you do say it like that, that is a long time. I definitely didn't look at it like that.
You
but
never do.
I'm still stoked for the rest of the year, again, to see how some golfers finish out. But obviously looking forward to next year's Masters, dude.
And for you, like rest of the year, I mean, is the tournament you're most excited about simply the Tour Championship because it's the season ender?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, still, you have various, storylines that you're kind of following.
Yeah.
We mentioned like who's going to win Golfer of the Year. It's not a shoo-in yet for Scotty, right? So there's definitely some things to be competitive for, to look forward to around the league. Is Rory going to try and bounce back from anything, dude? Because he obviously like a very disappointing.
Do you think he files tomorrow?
I wouldn't be surprised. Monday
Yeah.
morning.
Monday morning quarterback,
Yeah,
Erica,
Monday morning Erica,
critiquing him
God.
for his first 2 rounds of
The lawyer, Tiger's lawyer, on television, the press conference. Oh my God, that would be so crazy if he
the
does.
Travelers.
What? Travelers?
Travelers Insurance.
Travelers Insurance, dude, our new sponsor here for the Sports Port.
That was in the feed there.
That was in the feed. But yeah, dude, I mean, I am interested still in the rest of this year. I guess you could say maybe less juice, but still, I'm still stoked to watch golf and continue to
Now,
watch.
I love watching
Yeah.
golf, but would you agree though that there is nothing like the 4 majors?
No, there really isn't. Especially with the whole live thing too, because you don't see these golfers in the regular tournaments. You see them come together for the Masters, and that honestly, or the majors, I should say, and that does really like add more to the majors. For me,
It
'cause
does.
You don't see these
It
golfers at
does.
all,
Yeah.
So I definitely, absolutely.
Now that also you have a couple years under your belt after not really closely following
Mhm.
professional golf, how would you rank the majors in terms of your enjoyment of watching them?
Like rank each major?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, that's a great
Obviously,
question.
you love them all, but
Yeah,
you
yeah,
had
yeah.
to kind of give a hierarchy.
I mean, I guess the Masters is one,
one.
right? And I know, I guess maybe the U.S. Open.
2, okay.
I mean, the Open too this year, definitely, I think,
You
because of
enjoyed
this
it.
year, it's
And there's
comes in
there's a
third.
little like Masters element to it with like
Yeah.
the tradition,
Mhm.
and they say Group 39
Yeah.
on the tee.
The bagpipes,
Yes,
dude. Like,
yeah,
come on,
there's a
yeah.
little like there's the
Mhm.
nuances. I feel like the other majors don't have those.
They
traditions.
don't. And that is
Claire Jug, champion golfer of the year.
one of the, it's like 152nd,
Second. Yeah,
which is, I mean, imagine like where's that rank in terms of the oldest?
it is.
It is the oldest.
Yes.
Okay. Well, there you go. That's kind of sick.
Yeah.
So I guess there you have it.
So,
that would-
But you're
He
putting
did
that
Masters,
third.
U.S., yeah, then the Open,
Okay, and then the PGA.
then the PGA.
Yeah, I mean, hard to kind of really argue that order.
Mhm.
Um,
I mean, you've seen more PGAs than I.
yeah, the PGA, no, the thing is, I'm into it, but it's just, I don't know. There's something like, I feel like it's like, so you think about the Open, it's different because it's links courses. Augusta is different because it's the same course every time. U.S. Open feels like it's the toughest test of golf, but then it's like, so what is the PGA?
Right. Literally,
it doesn't have an identity.
Yeah.
As
Ooh.
great as it is.
What do you think it should be? Like, what? Like,
I don't know. There should just be something when you think PGA too, because
Right.
I feel like also like with the Open, like the first thing that comes to your mind is like the fescue, the rough, the weather,
The
the link
fescue.
style, the bagpipes. You know what I mean? And like I said, the U.S. Open, it's like this is so hard. That's like the first thing you think of, and I feel like the PGA just doesn't have.
And honestly,
that.
too, like I feel like having the Genesis right before the Open, it kind of makes, I don't know, a little introduction to Scotland. Have they always done that?
I know at least like last 10 years. I don't know if it's always been like that.
But I like
know
that. That's like
recent-
back to back, and then like how they do like the Genesis first too. So like again, like, it creates more buzz around the Open. Sick, dude.
Now one other question here before we recap the rest of the leaderboard. Favorite tournament non-major?
Non-major? That's a great question. Waste management, maybe?
Yeah, I mean it is a good one.
Travelers is cool though,
Travelers
but
is
I
cool.
feel like if we go there, it probably will be my favorite,
Travelers,
like outside of a major, because it is dope that Connecticut has that.
I would say Sawgrass just because it feels like a major.
Yeah,
even though it's not, but it feels
has
like
that atmosphere, the
it's
crowd.
difficult, you know. What I mean? And then 17.
Awesome.
Yeah, there's just nothing like these top golf tournaments. So it is kind of tough that, you look at the schedule and there's just, there are tournaments, but not many of which, have, like historical significance.
Right. You're hopping on,
Have
dude?
a good one, Jeff.
Get home safe, Jeff. Thanks so much for coming and hanging out. You were so close to the trivia
The great
question.
Jeff.
So close.
The great Jeff.
So
So close
We
to
are
trivia.
so close to the second trivia question. There we go.
3 times. There we go.
Our next trivia question, less than 3 minutes away, Tony.
What a way to go
I know
out.
you're looking forward to that.
Man, they come in quick back to back, huh?
They do. So
Jeff's
really,
a legend.
He is. Great guy.
Absolutely. Jeff, the absolute man. So shout out Jeff.
Best bartenders I've ever seen. One of the best.
So we talked about Schauffle. We talked about the entire top 5. How about the collapse? Even though he finished strong, rallied, in the second round of his second round, but had a terrible round 3. Shane Lowry, finishing 6th here, will get a chance to win his second Open at Royal Portrush. He won there in 2019. Next year, was close at the PGA, but it just seemed like, for me anyway, 68 wasn't bad today, and it's just it was just the fact that rain. The wrong end of the draw just killed him, and that's really why he didn't win.
Yeah, and I mean, again, talking about how crazy this tournament was, I mean, that is literally just you get a wrong end of the draw in terms of when your tee time is. You get into trouble with the weather. They don't want to call it, and you have to kind of battle through it here. And I mean, that's evident. I mean, you mentioned the third round, the 70-70 shot absolutely killed him.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, you want to look at that round specifically. I mean, I don't know. Even the first 9, his first 9 wasn't bad. Double bogeys on 8. But regardless, other than that, he parred every other hole, had a birdie, so he was kind of like on pace to being around 100, 200, which would have been great. But then that back 9, it was just back-to-back bogeys in 11 and 12, back-to-back bogeys in 14 and 15, unable to convert any birdies, and then ends with a bogey as well in 18. I mean, that was a testament to the weather, what he was kind of withstanding while he was trying to play. And I mean, like you said, it's just a tough end of the draw there. A lot of golfers have to look at that and be, I don't know, I guess just have some adversity there. But it's tough, dude. I'm not going to drag the guy through the mud too much.
Yeah, no, those conditions were insane.
Unbelievable.
He was so close. But I think also, no matter what circumstance you're talking about, you're not winning a major championship making bogeys. So you can't make bogeys. Xander didn't make any on the back. He shot 31. That's why he wins. And speaking of winning right now, Nick Dunlap looking to have his second victory of the season. It would be his first since turning pro. He has a 3-point lead here over Patrick Rogers. Rogers through 17, Dunlap through 16. And then you have Mark Messner in third, but he's only played 12 holes, but he only has 5 points on his round today. Dunlap has 17 and Rogers has 15. Do you kind of like, Tony, the modified Stableford scoring just for something different, just a taste?
No, right? I mean, why? Like, why? It's just I don't know.
Yeah, like what's the
Why are you doing that?
I guess because no, I guess the purpose of it is to motivate the golfer to go for like the crazy shot, like really just go for it, because you get more points for having, you know, an albatross and eagle versus if you were to get, because double bogey's the max you can get. Like you get to pick up your ball -3, where you get an 8 if you were to get a 2 on a par 5.
Right. That's crazy.
Yeah. So I mean that's a big swing.
No, that is a huge swing, and I guess it does create, I guess maybe more like more opportunities for people to come back. You know, come from behind victories. But still, I mean, I don't know. Do you think it's a little gimmicky? It kind of feels like a little bit.
But also the alternate field. Just let the guys play, honestly. At the end of the day, right? I mean, I know we scoff at the notion of these alternate tournaments, but if you're a golfer trying to make it, you win one of these tournaments. And like Nick Dunlap, he won that tournament as an amateur, doesn't get any money. Him to win the $650,000, I know it doesn't seem like much. That's huge for him.
720 this year.
Yeah. Star 720, so even better. But like, you know, I mean, that is a big deal. And it is a shame too, because, you know, since the alternate field, no juice, but it is pretty cool that it's on Lake Tahoe.
Yeah, that's awesome. And again, having Dunlap in the field is dope. I definitely would root for that guy. I think he deserves to make some money here.
Yeah.
Since he turned pro, you know, kind of feel bad he hasn't really had much success there, but nonetheless, I think there's a great opportunity for him, dude.
Yeah.
Mark
Messner, hey, right?
Meisner?
Meisner. Yeah, it probably is Meisner. Yes.
I literally Googled him. I got nothing, dude.
No. So I actually have the stats if you'd like me to give them to you.
Oh yeah, what do you got?
So he's 25 years old, turned pro in 2021 from Charleston, went to SMU, 2 top 10s this year, but no career wins. So not a grizzled vet, Tony, by any means.
Not at all. Mac Messner. That's okay.
Mac. I know you said Mark because you're thinking
Mark Messier, dude. Yeah.
It's Dunlap's ball has found the rough. Not quite the same rough at Royal Troon.
Oh God,
Tony.
no, dude.
So I think he can just chip this up. Looks very windy there.
It does.
In Lake Tahoe.
See the flag blowing to the right pretty heavily now.
I feel like what a treat. You know, there's not too much live commentary of the Barracuda Championship going on right now. Dunlap to the hole
great
here,
hit, dude.
Really playing the
Let's go. And it's going to slow right in front of the hole, dude. There we go.
I think that's going to be a birdie if I'm not mistaken.
That's sick.
Maybe
great
not,
for him, dude.
But, either way, great shot from Dunlap. But back to the Open here, Tony. So we talked about Lowry. What about John Rahm? Finally getting in the top 10, had a terrible major season up to this point, was forced to withdraw from the U.S. Open with a foot injury. Maybe this gives him some confidence going into Augusta in April.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, you know, again, the foot injury was maybe it was something he was battling with, and it was a big reason why maybe he didn't play well.
Yeah.
I guess, you know, comparing to the field here, like you mentioned, you know, he's in top 10 here, tied for 7th. But still, I don't know, man. I'm not really impressed.
I mean, it's obviously you think about his stock at this point last year versus now. Last year, him and Scotty, next 10 plus years, they're going to be battling it out. Now it's like, what's the deal? Is he fat and happy after getting $280 million to live?
No, yeah, and I think so. It must be. You'll never get that image out of his head at the Masters, giving the jacket to Scotty.
Yeah, he looked puffy. The beer.
Oh my, definitely the beer. Angry, tired. It was nothing was good there.
Yeah, no, it is a shame because, like, you know, some golfers like Bryson, it doesn't seem like live affects them. But then you think about him, to an extent, Brooks, Cam Smith. It really seems like it's been a detriment to their careers just from a work ethic, motivational standpoint.
And like, why do you think that is?
Because, you know, when they're playing, when they're grinding, it's like, I want to really establish myself, make a lot of money, take care of my family. Now, without that in the line, I have my money.
Right.
Yeah, I want to do well, but also I'm chilling. And it's crazy because they have more time than ever because the tournaments aren't weekly on Live like they are for the PGA Tour.
Right. So you really think that is what it is? I mean, they have their money and they're just not.
I mean, Anthony Rendon.
Yeah, Anthony Rendon.
Yeah. So it's a shame though because I know Rahm's talented, but you're telling me you like if you had to bet like he's not winning a major next 5 years.
I mean, again, hard to. I think, have an opinion on that or give a definitive answer because, we're not sure where these golfers are going to be in the next 5 years in terms of, the availability for these players, these live players to, play in, non-major tournaments. But if I had to guess right now, I would say no. Next 5 years, no majors.
I think he's going to win one next year. He is good. He had a bad season. But I think even if you are, quote unquote, fat and happy, I think you just do get to a point because he has had the feeling of winning a major championship twice in his life where you earn to get back to that point.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. Maybe just for me, it just seems like he has a lot of work to do, especially with how competitive the field could be. Obviously with Scotty, with Rory, if you want to bring him in there, but Xander as well. And then, of course, some of these young guys that obviously weren't really in the tournament in terms of the field because they got cut. But, we know that Hovland, Aubert, they're going to be around the next few years and be better and get more competitive.
And probably be hungrier.
Exactly. Probably be hungrier. And I wouldn't be surprised if you do see them with a couple majors maybe. So for Rahm to come out here victorious next year, I don't know. I don't see it.
Yeah. I mean, it's competitive. It's anybody's
tough,
game.
yeah.
And I think one big thing, too, and we had talked about this leading into this tournament, the established golfer winning all the majors up to this point. Obviously, Xander wins another one. But it was nice to see the top golfers stand true, show their dominance over the rest of the tour. So you love to see that. A guy that doesn't get talked about a lot, Sungjae Im. He finished tied for 7th with Rahm and Scotty. Rounds of 76, 72, 66, 69. I'm not saying he's going to win 4 or 5 majors for his career, but I would not be surprised next couple of years he has himself a week and ends up winning a major. I mean, he is a talented golfer, Sungjae Im.
Very talented. Seems like a level-headed guy under pressure.
26
seems
years
to just
old.
Be happy to be there.
Right.
And he doesn't play like he's 26. He plays like he's 35. And he's been in here forever. And you see him even chatting up other players while he's playing too. Excuse me. It just seems like that guy will, like you said, bound to win a major. And he's going to be so ecstatic doing it. You're going to be rooting for him, too, because of his personality and everything. So you got to like that.
Speaking of winning a major, Scotty, the only one he's been able to win has been the Masters. He finishes 7th here. No rounds in the 60s, but obviously ties for 7th. Do you think that's at all a coincidence or the fact, too, that maybe because, you look at the last couple of years, kind of a strong start and then kind of a taper afterwards, that is there something to that he hasn't been able to win these other majors other than Augusta? Not that you ever aren't happy with doing that, but you would love to add to the collection.
Yeah,
and you feel like he's talented enough to do so.
Oh, definitely, dude. I mean, he's won the Masters twice now, right?
Yes.
So, again, that and we talked about him even coming into this year too. Someone who's always just within the top 10, always keeping competitive. I mean, you definitely think, why isn't he winning another major? I guess, but. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it is just the Masters that especially jacks him up.
Or the course could just kind of match his.
Yeah, I guess
game.
so. I mean, definitely this weekend was not not optimal conditions
but also,
for his game.
I feel like even though Xander won, I mean, even Xander, is this course, these conditions, does it match anybody's game?
No, yeah, I guess you're right. It doesn't match anyone. I mean, nobody wants to be playing golf or enjoys or plays their best golf when there's rain and wind and just cold. So I don't know. Maybe it is maybe it's just Augusta. It's just the atmosphere there that brings that dog out of Scotty. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if next year we see him win a different major.
Yeah. Yeah. No, exactly. I mean, I think it's just one of those things. He was so hot for so long too. Yeah. Hard to keep that up winning every week.
Kind of crazy. Just looking at his PGA Tour wins the last 3 years. I mean, it
was 6 this year, and then how many others?
He had 2 last year.
So it's 8.
And then in 2022 he had 4.
Oh wow!
With that Masters win,
so 12 wins.
12 wins, yeah. Which is phenomenal, dude.
Yeah, and who knows? He might win. Some of these playoff events.
Yeah.
And then you had a 3-way tie for 10th, Jordan, Scott, and Brown. But Adam Scott, that remarkable streak. I think it's 93 straight major championships he's played.
Oh, wow.
Runner-up last week at the Scottish, and obviously getting to a point in his career, in his mid-40s here, where you don't know how many times you're going to be in contention at a major. But I think he showed these last 2 weeks, 10th place finish here. He's still one of the better golfers, in the world, and he does with like the belly type putter, the bigger putter there, and it seems to work out for him. But I think it's pretty impressive for him to do this the last 2 weeks too.
Yeah, I think so. You saw that third round, 66 too.
Yeah.
That's a great score where a lot of, golfers that day struggled in the third round too. So, that was obviously a big part of him remaining in the top 10. And I'm interested to see what he does next week too.
Yeah, absolutely. Former Open champion Colin Morikawa, another major list season, but does finish tied for 16th here. He kind of burst onto the scene and, winning those 2 majors, I think, before the age of 22. But it's been kind of quiet. It's been tougher for him to win. He's had some momentum recently. Is he a guy that you think, next couple of years you'll see him win multiple majors, or is it one of those things? Is he in like the crossroads of his career?
Yeah, what do you
right
think,
now?
Tony?
A couple majors, I don't know, maybe not. The guy is still only 27 years old, so he's gonna have a longer career ahead of himself. But multiple majors for me, I don't think so. I can see him getting one.
What major would it be?
Yeah, which one, Tony?
I guess if I had to guess, let's see. Actually, I'm looking at it right now. Tied 14th at the U.S. Open this year. Tied 4th at the PGA.
This looks tight at you. It's so funny.
Why?
No, I actually am not.
I know. It's just the face looked like it.
I get what you're saying, but I think you notice this with me too sometimes, like especially when I'm like into a sports conversation, I just have a straight face. I'm just processing information, thinking.
Yeah. So Michael's searching for it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Why not the Masters? Why not, dude?
Okay.
Tied third this year. Let's freaking go. Donning the green jacket.
He looks good in green.
Yeah, he does. Who doesn't? Dude?
We have a couple comments, Michael, if we could get to those.
It's funny how when certain people comment, Barnes acknowledges the comment.
Why is it Matthew Ryan?
First comment, Mary Materiello. Hi, fellas.
Yes. She
Hello,
said,
Mom.
Yep. Hi, fellas. We'll be there this weekend.
Can't wait.
Can't
Bang,
wait,
It's
dude.
gonna be a lot of fun. She's stoked.
Matthew saying watching in the backyard with you guys, the speaker with my father.
How
that's
are
nice.
you? Great to hear that.
Yeah, that is.
And Leon Barnaby saying, hi, guys. We are listening from Rhode Island.
Oh,
Appreciate you guys
everybody out there,
listening.
let us know where you're listening from. That's a good idea.
Yeah, we'd love to hear that. That's awesome, honestly. And your mother says lasagna, Tony.
the lasagna's being made. I'm sure it's gonna be sick, guys.
I apologize. I am 12 minutes late though on our second trivia question. I told you.
we did.
I asked you before. You weren't sure. But this season, obviously, major season's over. All 4 events were won by Americans. What year did that last happen? So, what year did America sweep the major championship season in golf? What year was the last time that happened?
Gosh, dude, that's a great question, and I no idea. Literally, another trivia question. Literally shot in the dark here, but 2000. No, not even shit, dude. Not even the century.
But I didn't mean to give a hint there. I thought the guess was 2000.
No, I was gonna say 2006. Is what I was gonna say.
2006 is incorrect.
But now we know all years of this century are incorrect. Damn it, dude.
Matthew saying 2016. That is
Incorrect. Michael, what would you say after your sit
Dick
that card?
Dunlap, 5-point lead with 1 hole to play. And how do we pronounce his name? There's
Meisner.
6-point leads.
Meisner?
Meisner.
It's gotta be Meisner.
Mac
dude.
Meisner. Mac through 13 is 6 points back, as well as Whaley. And
Little,
Pendrith in the clubhouse at 43 as well.
In the clubhouse, Wiggly here with some type of fairway wood, maybe. Kind of short changes that swing. I don't know, man.
But that's
and it's
on a
gonna be
short
and it's
change
gonna
swing.
draw back a little bit here. That was great, dude. What'd you say, Mike? You didn't guess the question, by the way. Answer.
Yeah, Michael, give us.
Come on, dude. Oh,
1996.
Incorrect.
I feel like he wanted to say correct right there, which
But I
makes me
couldn't.
think.
We didn't say second guess just yet.
Oh,
But I was going to get back to the leaderboard here, Tony. Bigger surprise finishing tied for 22nd. Sepp Straka or Patrick Harrington?
that's a great question. I guess maybe Sepp Straka. I feel like he
Hasn't had a good major season.
Missed the cut last weekend too.
Okay.
At Genesis?
At Genesis, yeah.
So I guess maybe, yeah, I guess
Harrington, though, 51 years old, hasn't won a major in, 16 years.
Oh, wow.
I mean, to make the cut, battle
Yeah.
through these conditions, I mean, that's
The grizzled vet.
right, though?
Yeah, no, that is dope.
Good warm up for this
Yeah.
week's Senior Open Championship.
That is for sure, dude.
Kind of nice that we get another major. I know the senior
Senior.
realm you haven't
Yeah.
jumped into yet, but I feel like
No.
if it was in front of you, like Harrington and Ellis battling down the stretch,
Yeah, that would
you
be
would watch
sick.
it.
Where are they next week? Do you know?
Oh my god, I just saw. I think it's Carnoustie.
I beg your pardon?
Carnoustie. No, that's one of the major rotation
Really?
venues. Yeah.
Scarnoustie.
No, Carnoustie.
Carnoustie.
Yeah.
And where's that?
Yeah, I think it's in Scotland, is it not?
You are correct.
What part?
The Senior Open presented by Rolex in Carnoustie, Scotland.
Yeah, they had the regular Open there a few years back.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Looking at the past results here, looks like last year we had a victor by the name of Alex Kejka, who shot.
Oh yeah, Sajelka, who made the cut this week at the Open.
Sajelka.
I think I could
Yeah,
be
yeah.
wrong. But yeah, he made the cut.
Wow. Won $447,000 last year.
Josh B.
Senior
Wait, how
Open.
much did he win?
$447,000.
Yeah, they don't make that much,
Yeah.
but not a bad payday either.
You register this year too.
Josh
improved
B
purse.
guesses 1994. That would make sense, but it is incorrect.
Incorrect.
How about Tyler Mulcahy saying, "How good was John Lennon, though?" And that's funny that he comments there because me, Tyler, Matt all went to Eastern.
Oh,
That's how I actually got. That's how I got to know Matt.
no kidding. Dude.
Yeah, so good to have Tyler with us. He's from Sarasota, Michael. So you can add another state to that old map there behind
Hot
you.
There
dog.
we go, dude. Yeah,
There we
yeah.
go.
Mark that one off. So we still have not had a correct answer.
But-
Gabriel says 92
I don't-
right there.
Yeah, that's incorrect. But you never heard of John Lennon, right?
The golfer.
No, he was a pitcher on the Nationals.
Oh no, no.
I think you were probably in elementary school maybe when he was pitching,
Okay,
potentially. But
Well-
no,
well-
me and Tyler used to crack up. I don't know why. Like he just was one of those guys, no hype around him. Got called up fantasy, so we go back fantasy a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Picked him up, had a couple great starts. He was asking me what I thought of him, and I was just making a joke, and it just kind of happened organically, I guess you could say. And I just right away I go sick like that,
Yeah.
really loud, and that was always our joke. Lennon though.
Oh my
Lennon.
god, that's so funny, dude.
So that's kind of funny. Josh B. Actually, we'll do a little hint here. Our closest guess yet, 1983, and this was after he said he's not good at golf trivia. He also guesses 98, which is incorrect. Matthew Gabriel, 1937, incorrect.
37.
But we do have something to work with Josh B.
So
There, second guess.
83. You said.
Yes.
Was Josh.
Yes.
I would say 81.
Incorrect.
Damn it, dude.
Michael, secondary guess.
Secondary guess.
We said 83 was close.
81 was also kind of close. He didn't say close though, so maybe it's higher than 83.
Couldn't give feedback.
Couldn't give the feedback.
86.
Incorrect. And he says not 98. That is correct. That
Or
it's not
88.
98. Matthew says 78. It's not 88.
By the way, Teoscar Hernandez is a solo shot. It is 3-2 Dodgers, baby.
Jimmy Butka says 89. That's incorrect. Matthew Gabriel says 88 again, and it's incorrect.
That's so funny, dude.
Do I just say it at this point?
I mean, at this
or-
point, I think we hit almost every number, so you might as well just say it. No one's getting this
Josh
one.
B says 84, and I swear it's one of those things. If there was a chart,
Yeah.
every number surrounding the right number has been picked besides this number. And Josh B guesses it.
1985?
1982.
Oh, wow.
And I believe
dude.
Jack Nicklaus won a major that year.
Let's see, 1982
Golf
PGA
major season. Matthew had guessed 85. Your mother, 87 there.
My mother getting in the mix.
Yeah.
Let's see. Raymond Floyd. PGA major winners.
Yeah, Raymond Floyd might have won.
He won the PGA, it looked like.
Okay.
And
Jack Nicklaus
then
won, or Tom Watson won.
Tom
the
Watson
Open
won the Open and the U.S. Open.
and the U.S. Open.
And then
okay.
Craig Stadler
Mr.
won
Stadler.
the Masters at Augusta National. I think it's time, that America takes back the Masters, let's go on a tear.
Well, yeah, we won it this year.
That's what I mean, next decade.
And I'm trying to think the year before. Oh, Rom. Okay, so we won it 2 out of the last 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think Xander gives us a good chance.
Mhm.
Scotty gives us a good chance.
Hell yeah, dude.
But what about like anybody else? Like the Brookses, the JTs, the DJs.
Billy Horschel?
Billy, I mean, best finish at a major.
Yeah.
We probably won't see him. That
I know. Who's like, is there like a really young, like American golfer, like who's like a 22-year-old, like almost like a Hovland or an Aubert?
Bahatia, technically American.
I think you're right. He is
Yeah.
technically American.
Dunlap.
Nick Dunlap. Yeah, but I don't know.
Tom Kim, I believe, is
Tom Kim.
I think is American or not?
I don't know. I feel like no, but I will double check right now. Let's see what he's under. Oh no, network error.
I have it,
Oh, I just got the kick off the
but I might have
Wi-Fi.
gotten a kick off the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I think we all just did for a
no,
hot
I
second, but
didn't.
now I'm back on right now.
No,
Click
he's
1, 2.
from Korea.
He is from Korea.
Okay.
But I mean, I don't know. I'd say Dunlap next year, like full PGA Tour season. I mean, what like, do you think he's going to be competitive at these tournaments? Like, yes, you know, we'll flash in
I
the
wouldn't
pan
be
this
surprised if
year.
he wins like a tournament or two, but I don't think he's gonna have a Scotty season.
I don't think he's gonna have
and
a
neither
major.
will Aubert.
Yeah,
either.
no, probably not.
Very disappointing with Aubert this week. I know
Yeah.
he's young. I know he's gonna be there, but I thought this would be a tournament for him.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was just the back-to-back tournaments in Scotland, being overseas or something. Obviously,
Yeah.
the weather playing a factor. I mean, these guys, like you said, are young too. They've never really experienced this a ton of times playing in such conditions that we saw this past weekend. So, I mean, I feel like that's really probably the biggest thing I would recognize as what's indicative to the reason why they weren't doing so well.
Speaking of a fellow American, Max Homa, I don't know if you saw it, made like a 30-foot putt to make the cut, like celebrated like he won the tournament.
Really? That's sick.
And ends up finishing tied for 43rd, 76, 72, 70, 74. A lot of hype coming into the year. Really did not live up to it this year. And he even alluded to that in his press conferences this week.
I mean, that's great. You know, anytime you see that from a golfer, obviously, again, we talk about accountability all the time in sports. For someone like Homa, who'd obviously been around for a while, recognize that and understand he needs to do better is good. Step in the right direction, I suppose. But definitely disappointing, especially because, I feel like when Riley was around, he was hot on Max Homa.
Yeah.
He was his guy. And I think, what was it, the Masters he was close
I
at?
think he might have been 10th,
Fourth
even.
I'm trying to Masters. He was tied for third.
Okay.
So and I think that was again a big deal for him. But other than that, I mean, you'll get the rest of his year. multiple cuts, a tied 8th at Wells Fargo. But other than that, I mean, I'm not seeing it.
wins.
There's no wins. Not even a top 10 finish.
Yeah.
So he said it. You said it. Underwhelming year for him. Would you expect a bounce back next year? I mean, he's gonna be 34
I don't
years
know if
old.
he's going to win
Like,
a major, but I wouldn't be surprised if he wins something, right? I mean, like if he wins the Players or wins the Waste Management, the Genesis, something like that.
yeah, I guess. I'm looking. Last year he won the Farmers.
I mean, he usually wins in California.
Fortinet.
Yeah,
Fortinet.
40 net. That's a fall.
He's won them back to back last year, the year before that.
Yeah.
He won the Genesis in 2021.
Yeah. No, he has a good
So-
track record in California, but I think he'll bounce back. But it definitely was a disappointing season. Quick TO from the golf though. Your mother requesting that I read this comment that I inadvertently left out. Dad just bought her a cherry dipped cone from Lickety Split.
Wow, dude, that is
One
sick.
of the best that there is. Or?
So Lickety Split is just your typical ice cream truck that goes around the neighborhood, whatnot. And I feel like for the dip cones, I feel like that's kind of a lost art. Like a lot of places don't really
DQ
do
doesn't
that.
have the
dude.
cherry dipped cone.
Yeah, literally. I think where can I? Oh, Sunny Days. Sunny Days does it on Post Road. Great job there. But the cherry dipped, my mother's favorite. And honestly, it is, I would say, underrated ice cream treat. That is for sure.
So
Messy though, very messy.
Really leaderboard.
Today's National Ice Cream Day, by the way.
Today's National
That's
Ice Cream Day.
great.
That's right. We got
That's great.
blizzards, by the way, earlier
Yeah, we
on
got
today.
blizzards.
Blizzards, there you
Yeah,
go.
extra Oreo for me, small.
Dude, brand new blizzard flavor, the ultimate cookie blizzard, Nutter Butters, Chips Ahoy, and Oreos in there, and I added hot fudge. Oh
Sounds
my god,
ridiculous.
dude, it was ridiculous.
But now that major season is past and this tournament is over, I guess
Right.
starting with this tournament, biggest surprise, biggest disappointment.
In terms of the tournament results,
Yes.
Biggest disappointment. Let's start out with that. I mean, honestly, I guess even though I was kind of rooting for it, I would say Rory missing the cut.
you know what, like you expected top 10, top 5.
Literally though,
yeah.
and we talked about it, especially even in these conditions, you would imagine that the Irishman would somewhat like prevail a little bit, dude. And by God, like when the hell is that guy going to bounce back and have a win?
Bernie says, "What's up, fellas?
What
is up,
Bernie?" And biggest surprise, Victor. I guess Dunlap to start the year was kind of crazy. I'm starting to think who won after that. What was it? Was it not what was after?
Jake Knapp, Mexico Open.
Jake Knapp. I think Jake Knapp was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think what else. But I'd go with that right now for the most kind of surprising thing.
No. But I'm saying
Most exciting.
No. So from this tournament, though, I'm saying biggest surprise.
Oh, I think it was from the whole year.
Yeah. So I know Rory missing the cut here.
Right.
But then what about I guess
something that surprised me?
Yeah.
I guess maybe the Justin Rose doing that well.
Yeah, like you didn't think.
Like, of course not, dude. Even after day one, I'm like, he's probably gonna like be knocked out of the top 50 or something. Like
yeah.
So I would say that was probably my biggest pleasantry. Dude, what about you? Brian?
So I would say a dead heat between Aubert and DeChambeau missing the cut. Didn't think that would
Kinda
happen
crazy.
in a million years. Bryson, what a major season he had up to this point. Very surprising there. And very, very disappointing, obviously. And then in terms of a surprise, I would honestly say the way Lowry blew up, and I know the conditions were tough, but it seemed like he had this tournament in the bag. Like that sense you had with Xander on the back nine, you had that yesterday midday with Shane Lowry, and he just completely fell apart on Saturday and played well today, but not well enough.
Yeah, it's tough when you have like just a back nine that's a big blow up spot, and it just pushes you out of contention, especially in a tournament like this where it was just, I feel like everyone was at a dead heat. Everyone was kind of messing up. And like you said, it was just a lot about, where the cards fell in terms of your tee times, what the weather was like. So that is tough, dude. But those, again, I think this tournament, we talked about it at the top of the show, one of the more exciting tournaments to watch, to be honest, because of all these different variables.
Uncertainties.
Yeah, dude.
The grizzled vets making the cut.
Hilarious, dude.
So a couple predictions here. We'll start with our season-ending tour championship. From everything you've seen this year, who do you think will be hoisting the trophy at East Lake?
Oh, that is tough, dude. For everything we've seen here, I don't want to say like just go for Scotty, but I feel like he's gonna get another win before the end of the year.
But it could be in the BMW, it could be in the FedEx St. Jude.
But I'm going to go with Scotty for this one, I think.
Scotty.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Xander.
I
think to cap the year off and really cement, golfer of the year. And that's my second question. Who's the
golfer of the year? I would Scotty.
Yeah.
Xander
again. Yeah.
What are the as it looks like Gavin Lux just his 5th dinger of the year. Wow, launch angle of 29
really want to
degrees,
go to that park.
Dude. I've heard great things about it.
Yeah.
I'd love to go there as well.
Definitely one of the iconic venues in baseball.
Of course. one of the oldest stadiums there is, you know?
Yeah.
I was going to ask, what do you get for winning golfer of the year? Do you get money?
That's a good question. I'm not positive there.
Let's see what we got. PGA Golfer of the Year. PGA Golfer of the Year. Double majors. No. List of golf awards, career earnings. What do you get? What do you get?
Your mother also says we have nice tans.
Yeah, dude. Today we went to South Pine Creek Beach.
Wow.
Great time. Was out there for a couple hours, dude. No tanning oil, but went bare bones, like no sunscreen. The shirt was off, dude.
Searching.
So it was sick, dude. And I can't really golf professional of the year. No, stop it.
I feel like there would be some type of prize, no?
I know. I'm looking at PGA annual awards. The Bill Strasberg Award.
I'm gonna look it up.
Player Development Award, the Deacon Palmer Award, the Herb Graphis Award. I don't think it doesn't. Tony Pancake. Who the hell is that? Oh, this is where we're far from home right now, dude. Yeah, no, I got nothing right now. You're on the case?
Yeah.
Women's Professional of the Year, PGA Professional Player of the Year, Michael Block. Yeah, no, this is interesting. You got anything?
Not yet.
Right? Absolutely nothing here, dude. Springfield, Virginia, Omaha, Nebraska, Ryan Vermeer.
I almost think no, honestly.
Right? It's just probably the title, the bragging rights, if you will. I don't imagine maybe some type of trophy, take home as
probably a
well,
trophy,
dude.
yeah.
Definitely, dude.
So last question for you, and I know we're so far away, but it will be nice to get back to, the patrons and the Nance,
Yeah.
hello friends, and all that. But as it stands right now, is Scotty slipping a jacket on himself, or is he slipping it on someone else in Butler Cabin 8 months from now?
Gosh, dude. I mean, we just got done talking about him doing so well at the Masters too.
3 and 4 years. I don't know.
3 and 4 years.
I wonder
Ridiculous.
if anybody's done that. I mean, maybe.
I mean, again, like odds are, I would say he's put the jacket on someone else.
Yeah, but
who?
Yeah.
As Hayward pops out here to shallow right. I feel like it's gonna be like maybe a live tour golfer. Honestly,
Gotta give me a name.
let's go with Bryson. Honestly,
Okay.
give me Bryson, dude.
Gotcha.
You don't like it?
No, I do, but I don't know why this is crazy, and I know I just picked him for this tournament.
Nick Dunlap.
Rory
Rory?
Grand Slam finally.
That would be crazy.
Kind of do, no?
You think he would retire after that?
No, he's not going to retire, Tony. Are you kidding?
I mean, I would if I were him.
No, I know he's had a tough go at it, but at the same time, like it's like I don't know. It's like a weird feeling with him because he's won 5 majors before.
Right. But I mean, his last major was like a
or
decade ago.
Is it 4 majors? I think it's 4 majors, but no, it was a decade. But I'm saying he's also won a lot of other PGA Tour events himself. He has over 20 career victories on the PGA Tour. So it's like he's still a golf Hall of Famer, but I guess it just feels like he's not taking advantage of his immense amount of talent, and that's the most disappointing part.
Yeah, no, I mean, nothing worse than wasted talent here. And again, with Rory, like we mentioned, I mean, a golfer who, is going to be a Hall of Fame golfer, has been dominant in the past, and to see him, I guess like slip at least in these big moments. Because I mean, you still see him winning tournaments.
Yeah.
Wells Fargo, Zurich Classic, for example. But it is, I mean, it's these total blow-ups. Like missing the cut at the Open here, it's tough, dude. Like, as a Hall of Fame golfer, you can't really be doing that, as you're looking at Nick Dunlap,
who was in the clubhouse at 49 points, and he's looking to become the first player in PGA Tour history to win on tour as both an amateur and a professional in the same season.
Wow, dude, what a stat there.
He's going to look to hold off a Whaley and Messner. Is that
Meisner? Messner.
I really am terrible with the names, right? Or no? Would you say I'm top 10, like worst you've ever seen?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I do think so.
The hockey names are tough. I mean,
so
the golf,
tough.
It's a little easier, but
even so, Meisner isn't. I mean, I may even be wrong.
Yeah,
Meisner. I don't know.
It's
dude.
Gotta be Meisner or Meisner.
Yeah. What were you saying? Messner.
Yeah.
Definitely not that.
Any juice for the 3M next week, or actually, better question for you: more juice for the 3M or the Senior Open next week? Honestly.
Oh wow.
At Carnoustie.
Yeah. Honestly, probably 3M.
You just like the Champions Tour. You just can't do it.
I mean, not right now, I guess.
But what if Ernie's in the hunt? Or
I guess it's a little something if Ernie's in the hunt. But I mean, like, what? I don't know. What else am I looking at here? Like, why would you gonna
I
say?
don't know. I always say this, but I just think it's really cool with golf how at like an advanced age you can still compete and win money as an athlete. I mean, that's pretty cool.
And not for nothing, they obviously do put a lot of stock into the senior, the senior tour.
Yeah.
Like they, not for nothing, they still have considerable purses,
Yeah, it's not like it's somebody like us could just go play in a tournament and never win anything close to the money that they're making.
Exactly.
So I think it's cool. Yeah, I that's why I really like it, and it's just cool to see guys that after they're past their playing prime still really dedicate themselves to the game.
Yeah. When is Tiger eligible? Is it next year?
No, so he was born in -- so I guess that would be 26.
26. Okay.
Yeah.
Great math.
So yeah. But I have to say, there is a little like like an 8-month gap here with Augusta. I don't know what golf could do, Tony, but I wish there was something we could do, honestly, because it feels like there's a void here for the next 8 months.
I mean, I don't think your answer is to have more golf. You know, I don't think there is anything they can do. Like,
Well,
what
I guess like the schedule's fine because there's not that much of a gap in between where we have golf tournaments. I think the problem is there's a gap in where we have golf tournaments that have prestige. Because the players in March does have juice.
Do you think that they would ever add another major?
I just feel like it's like people think it's like golf's been around too long for them to do that.
Was
like,
it always 4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, obviously at certain points it was 1, 2, 3, 4, but it was never more than 4. You know,
right,
like
right,
the
right.
Open was first, and I'm thinking the PGA was last, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, what would you do if you were the PGA?
I guess it just with any tournament, it's all about field and course, and how do you get a good field, prize money. And then course, just I think they could do a better job though with like holding events at certain courses.
So you want them to look at some of the the non-major tournaments and kind of hype them
juice
up a little
them
bit
up.
more. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I think the elevated events, they'd have good fields,
Right.
But I think course plays a big part of it too, because like even if like next week at the 3M that was an elevated event,
right.
It's like that course just doesn't have the nostalgia of like a Bethpage Black or something. You know what I mean? Like or a Pinehurst.
I mean, is there like I mean the Travelers every year, same place, right?
Yeah.
Like, is that something maybe they can like?
Well, they wouldn't want to move that just because that's the only tournament in the whole Northeast on their schedule. So,
right.
And I'm sure that's why they don't move some of the other things. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, what is it for you for a tournament? Is it field? Is it course? What is it? I mean, obviously it's everything. But what's most important?
I mean, I guess it's the field. Sometimes when I'm like, oh, these golfers are taking off or something, I'm like, well, that kind of ruins it a little bit.
You're not excited to see Billy at the 3M though?
I mean, a little bit, of course, we were excited. But still, especially, like I know like Scotty, breaking news.
Yeah.
What is it?
Mary Materiello wants to know what we are having for dessert.
I mean, isn't the better question what aren't we having?
For dessert? Like my mother's
like
asking
Alfonso's
like
like
for
just buy them out
this weekend.
and Cake Chef.
Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah. I spoke to
weekend.
my mother. The apple ring would be
The apple
sick.
ring
like,
will
Brian,
return.
Said Brian can't stop talking about it.
I love that thing too.
Right?
Dude,
Like,
it was so
more than
freaking
Brian.
fresh, dude. No, you don't.
Yeah,
Stop
I do.
it.
I love everything more. Sweets wise.
The
Apple sweet.
the ring, the apple
ring
ring
is,
from the
it should
Cake
be
Chef.
illegal, honestly.
Like talk about just eating the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, oh my,
You can't eat
my
anything, the
God,
whole
dude.
thing. You have a small stomach.
I don't know, Mom. I mean, I feel like just the normal pastries.
Like if we just literally run back last time, that's all we need.
And no, I
literally
think
is
well, except I
crazy.
think the cold pasta.
What?
That cold pasta dish you brought back that she makes.
Oh, the macaroni salad. Yeah. When was that from? That was from my Father's Day, I think. My mother makes this macaroni salad. I don't know if you're into macaroni salad.
See, I'm not.
No,
but I don't know.
but-
I could. But is it like a tuna macaroni salad?
No. No. I
What's
mean,
the dressing?
it's mayonnaise. You gotta-
Heavy mayo base?
No.
My mother doesn't like mayonnaise. Let's put it
Okay.
this way, and she likes the macaroni salad.
Okay.
So she does a
well,
light mayo
yeah.
and obviously onion, red pepper, not red pepper. Actually, yeah, bell pepper, probably whatever pepper she chooses, mixed in there, some seasoning. It's freaking delicious. Dude.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'll give it a try.
No, I love it. It's a great like summertime barbecue side with the burger, the macaroni salad, the dog, dude. Oh my god!
Josh B says he's coming over.
Josh B, you're always invited. You're a great guy. My mother, I'm sure, would be happy to meet you. And then
Josh, then you'll get dunked on in basketball, baby.
in the pool basketball, get dunked on, you'd be embarrassed.
Oh,
he would be.
Yeah, eyes closed, dude.
I have to have a better performance in the pool. I mean,
You definitely do.
Yeah, you can. I think you can dial it in a little bit more. I know my dad was talking barbecue on Saturday.
No.
Yeah, because he's like, oh, you guys, if we were hanging out.
Are you serious?
My dad loves the backyard.
I love it more.
And they love my parents love hosting in the backyard too. It's a great spot, dude. I'm pumped to go in the pool and to be home, and it's gonna be a great time, dude.
The swimming
is so freaking awesome,
rat.
dude. The rat, yes, dude. Game of rat, amazing. The pool basketball,
the PGA Tour,
dude, the PGA Tour, the Jets,
The
the
Wyndham
heated water,
Championship.
dude.
No, actually, it'll be the 3M,
Billy
yeah.
HORSESHOE, yeah, 3M, yeah, dude. So
early pick for the 3M.
I mean, I can look at the field, I guess. I should look at the field first.
No, does Billy sound good, or you think he's a little worn out after the?
I
the
think he
run?
maybe is a little tired here.
Yeah.
But I can see that, maybe another older guy who won last year. Was it Hodges?
I think it was Lee Hodges. Yeah.
Let me see. Past
That's a
results.
good memory, Tony. Honestly, I didn't expect you to pull that one out.
Lee
Wow.
Hodges.
Yeah, because I
won
remember it
last
was
year,
like kind of funny, like
Lee Hodges. Martin
won?
Lard, dude. Yeah.
Basically.
So funny. So, wow, dude, the field
So
here.
hit the gala, Tony Finau, Keegan
Yeah,
Bradley.
they actually get
My
some
wish
good
is my
spots here.
request. I get the macaroni salad Saturday. Let's go.
Is that what my mother says? Wow, that you're so spoiled, bro.
Why?
Because you're spoiled.
Why?
You get what you want, dude.
What do you mean? I don't get anything I want. I don't get
Keegan
anything.
Bradley
I
would be nice, but I feel like just right now looking at it, I would go with Oshke, which I would imagine would be kind of one of the more favorites to win. I suppose
he's the 26th ranked player in the world. He's
Yeah.
the 4th highest ranked player in the field.
I would imagine Tony is probably ranked higher, maybe.
Wow, Whaley is within 4 points here through 15. So Dunlap getting a little nervous here at Lake Tahoe.
Now, if you're in the lead and you're back in the clubhouse, whatever, are you watching
Got
attentively?
you conditions too.
Oh yeah.
Like you're dialed in. It's not like you're not. I
They
don't want to
always
watch
show
it.
them.
Yeah,
They
they
always
do. I'm saying for you.
Bryson, for me.
For you personally, I remember
Yeah.
even Rory at fucking was it
The
not
US
US Open? It was
Yeah.
US Open.
When
We
Bryson
blowing it.
warming up in the
Knishes.
PGA, remember that?
Yeah. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
Pump for the Knishes. Great. Also great barbecue food item, dude. Love Knishes. I've brought everything. I bring Knishes.
But, yeah, I think
That
I've
square
had it.
potato
Yeah,
thing.
I think I've had it.
Yeah.
No, obviously everything. That was an all-time.
Classic
Oh,
bards.
dude, it's all right. Yep.
What was really so?
We're gonna watch it. Watch this, Renee. Look, he's gonna, and then
That is a good reel. Like, honestly, I expect
It
to see
is.
that on tomorrow morning.
You hear that, Michael?
Yeah, Zach.
That'll.
Yeah, call Zach right now. I told that asshole to come here, dude.
He's scared.
Yeah, he probably is scared.
But any suggestions here, Tony, for the PGA season? I mean, do you like the way that it's structured, or do you think that they should do something to keep us in it longer?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but for me personally, I do enjoy like the way it is.
Everything
structured,
is good. Like the time in between the 8 months, while it is a while, gets you so juiced up by the time
dude.
Augusta comes around.
And not for nothing, we do have football coming up.
Yeah.
Like, does the PGA ever want to battle with them on a Sunday? A Sunday night.
You don't want to battle with me on a Sunday.
But I
And
think
even
there's always room for a little
October
golf.
baseball. No, there is. But I think just the way everything's set up, even where there's a disparity between the majors and the non-major events, I think that disparity makes the major events even better for me.
Yeah.
And the heightened events, the elevated events are cool too. And I think, even the ones where golfers do take off, it is cool because you see either a really old guy or some new amateur, win a tournament. And,
Literally last year, Oskar Bahatia winning the Barracuda got him on the map.
Yeah, like there we go, dude. So it's things like that that give certain players opportunities, and especially in a sport that's so tough, dude. To see somebody like go on a little bit of a run or to do something phenomenal, like winning one of these PGA tournaments. I mean, I don't know. It makes it
Peroni,
more exciting. It makes
Mexican Coke.
makes me more hyped to keep watching, honestly.
Yeah.
So like I like the way it's structured right now.
Yeah.
I like the way you're structured.
It
Thank
definitely
you.
is good, and the space obviously
Right.
makes the
And like you
events
said, the
even feel more
tradition,
important.
I think in a world, especially, even in sports specifically, you can really go more general where, we do talk about sometimes where events or leagues do feel the need to change for the sake
Yeah.
of the change. Whereas the PGA is kind of trying to stay true to what they've always done. Yeah, I mean, you got to respect that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what about also, I'm just thinking too, more of a presence here in the Northeast, like being that we only have
Yeah.
the Travelers. I mean, is that something
US Open
they
sometimes,
used to have they used to have a tournament every year at Westchester Country Club.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think especially around the area, even something even like in Mass too.
Yeah.
I mean, there's gorgeous golf courses there.
I mean,
There's-
but let's New York.
Yeah, New York, again,
Why
like,
are we talking about Michael? Right? Like, why is he going to Massachusetts? I don't get that.
He always loves going there for
I
some
mean, we
reason.
just had the U.S. Open at the Country Club though a couple years ago. We did.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I'm just you mentioned Northeast. That includes Massachusetts.
I guess
No, but you always just
but
immediately
I don't know, I
start
guess I
there. You
don't
never
think
start in the
Massachusetts,
city.
like-
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I start there, and I want to end
I
with
just
the
thought
best.
you would have been Ralph
okay,
for New
dude?
York, to be honest.
There's some terrific golf courses on Long Island. There's 3 phenomenal ones on Staten Island. All right, yeah, certainly we can get one, in the metropolitan area. I think that would be
I
dope.
mean, I think Bethpage should have a tournament every year, kind of, because Bethpage every 9 years doesn't make sense.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. And again, like, I mean, you're next to one of the greatest cities in the world. Why wouldn't you want to funnel people towards a course around there? You know?
It's interesting because I actually literally passed by Westchester Country Club today. Thing looked pristine, and I don't know. There was complaints about just the course in general as to why they stopped having the events there.
Really?
But it's like, if they need to update something, just do it. I feel like that was the perfect spot to have it.
Are the
White
facilities
Plains.
just like not large enough?
I mean, maybe like you can only see a little bit of it.
Oh
when
my
I passed
God,
by.
dude.
Who'd you say went out?
Austin
Barnes.
Yeah, Barnes just did, but Buster Only was doing an interview with someone in the crowd, and the ball must have been hit just near them because the girl he was interviewing like literally got up with the glove like ready to catch it. Yeah, it was right a couple rows above him. It looks like, but that was crazy. Imagine like what are the odds of that, dude? If she did,
If she caught it,
if she caught it, it would
would
have
been
sick
crazy.
on camera during the interview. I don't know who this girl is that she's being interviewed, but Buster Only, great job. I don't know how Jimmy feels, but I know Michael bucked a huge Buster Only fan.
Yeah.
But sorry, where were you?
The golf.
Black Page, yes.
Bethpage,
Facilities,
Black,
Bethpage,
yes.
yeah.
Westchester Country Club.
Yeah, dudes. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the PGA, like what their stipulations are for
requirements for holding.
if it's like even like the town you're in, like they need a certain amount.
Yeah,
of,
I don't think it's that. I think it had to do with the course
actual
specifically, but it
course.
could have been just with like getting the crowds in and out, like the space, the parking, maybe.
Do you think there would be any stock in maybe why a course wouldn't want to host a PGA
Well,
tournament?
just that the members don't like that the course is shut down for 6 months, 5 months, 4 months. I mean, I think it might be at least 5 months, 6 months.
Oh, get the hell out of here! Really?
Shut down in preparation.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Because like a lot of them that aren't like a TPC type course, they have to change the course to make it PGA ready.
Yeah. So I mean, oh wow, dude, another home run given up here. Ohtani, dude. Let's go.
Wow.
Let's keep it going here. A couple more from Ohtani. Unfortunately, no one's on the bags. Absolutely, dude. Let's go. Ohtani's 30th home run of the year. Just a reminder here, this is a man who is rehabbing from Tommy John, dude. Right, he had the surgery already, right? He got the surgery.
Yeah, he had the surgery. He'll pitch next year.
Kind of crazy, dude, that he's able to do all this.
Josh B saying, "Damn it," because it's not the Grand Slam.
I know. Thank you, Josh. You know what, dude? Next time around, I don't know what inning we're in, but 473 feet. That was off the reservation, dude. Tany's hyped. It's only bottom of the fifth. You got some more ABs here, as looks like a broken bat here, but I don't know who. Hernandez, who has a home run already in this game. Looks like the big man up there. Got a nice souvenir. There's Cutter Crawford. Ohtani's so freaking good, dude.
It's insane, honestly.
Watch the outfielders. They didn't even move.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it really was no doubter. Absolute bomb is right, Dean.
But yeah, I think they should. That's one thing that they could definitely do, and just keep these iconic courses. Having tournaments regularly. I think you can never play at an iconic venue too many times.
Do they like pay the course for being closed for 6 months though? Like, how does that work?
Yeah,
dude?
I honestly don't.
That's
know.
kind of
We'll have to
crazy,
look
dude.
into. Yeah.
Could you imagine?
Yeah. No, being a member, obviously you'd be pissed. Of course.
Oh yeah, I'd want my money back. I'd almost get like a refund, dude.
And I'm just thinking about the PGA in general, and obviously we still have the FedEx Cup playoffs to go here. But I don't know about you, but when I factor in the PGA season, the major season, I mean, I think we've had a pretty outstanding year. I think it's been a very interesting, a very exciting year on the PGA Tour.
Again, definitely like a big year for me in terms of following closely. But I would say with all the storylines, the winners, even like the stuff outside of tournaments, again, like Scotty getting arrested, even the whole Rory thing with the divorce and all that, and of course the Live Tour, the whole merger thing that's still really up in the air, which is so crazy, dude. Yeah. It really is. I mean, one of the more interesting years around the PGA in terms of those storylines, like to follow and be interested in. It's actually amazing, dude. It makes for some great content, Michael. Right?
Yeah, no, and it's interesting. I mean,
one fucking
obviously, I'm kind of split because, like, of course, I would like to, have DeChambeau there every week on the PGA Tour, playing at TPC Scottsdale. But at the same time, like, I feel like the way it seems to be working, and it seems to almost not matter if somebody is on the Live Tour or not, because they're, in the top 10, winning. The last 2 years we've had a Live golfer win a major.
Yeah.
I just feel like that whole thing has been working out as good as you could have hoped in terms of not having those guys for a lot of tournaments, but having them for the most four of the important tournaments.
And like we said too, it does create more of a juice around the majors because you're able to see these golfers who, I think people maybe forget, like, even though they may be fat and happy, maybe complacent. I mean, these are still some of the top golfers that have played in the PGA are playing over there for Live. They're playing each other. There's a competitive field there. There is still a reason, why these golfers can come over to a major and be competitive. And it's the fact is that they're being competitive in the Live Tour. So I think people maybe just like automatically thought that they would be, or maybe not automatically, but now at this point do kind of almost like push them aside as in like, oh, they're going to come over here. They're not going to be that great. And a lot of them aren't, we've seen them struggle. But still, at the end of the day, these are, very competitive golfers that we will see probably win majors.
Yeah, and it's interesting, though. I feel like the guys, obviously, you have your exemptions like a Phil. He can play all the majors because of winning them in the past. But we do forget, like, it's like, so for the really good players like John Rahm, like Brooks Koepka, Cam Smith, they're in all these majors. But also the jump to Live for other guys has signaled the end pretty much of their major careers. Ian Poulter, Mark Leishman, they're not going to play in the major championships again. So it's like Taylor Gooch is another one. It's like there is kind of a both sides of it where there are some guys that deserve to be in these fields that aren't getting in because of the world ranking.
Now, do you think like the merger is going to change any of this?
Well, if there is a merger, then the guys will be able to play the PGA Tour events, and there'll be no eligibility questions.
Like there is a merger going on, right? Like it is being talked about.
But it's like at this point, I mean, how could it be a sure thing, being how long it's lingered for?
I know it's kind of crazy, dude. Because I feel like they announced that, and they made it seem like it's like, oh, like we're going to be back almost, to full strength in terms of the fields and everything like that. But obviously something, is not being negotiated correctly or someone's not happy with something, but
somebody's trying to be greedy.
I mean, I still would imagine that the Live Tour has most of the leverage in these types of negotiations.
Yeah, just because they have more money.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see kind of what happens and how it plays out. If it ever does, I mean, do you think there'd be a chance where there's no merger and like that's it?
I've always went back to with Live. I don't see how long term it could ever last. Like it might take out the PGA Tour, but then rebrand under the PGA Tour or whatever. But it's like by itself, if it's not making money, no matter how much money the investors have, you get to a certain point where you're tired of just burning money, not getting anything out of it.
Now, do you think the PGA will ever clap back in the sense where maybe they decide that any golfer that plays for Live Tour, can they say no matter what exemption, like you can't even play the majors?
They don't own any of
the PGA doesn't have the authority to do that.
The only is their own tournament. So like really the best tournament they have ownership over is the players.
Damn. I mean, I don't know. I mean, do you think because the majors then at that point just operate independently?
Yeah, because each major is operated by a different body. Like the USGA for the US Open, the RNA for the Open. The PGA is the PGA of America, which is not the PGA Tour, and then the Masters obviously has their own committee.
I mean, would you see them banding together to try? I guess not. No, they're not going to.
Those tournaments, they're all great. Want the best golfers playing. So
that's tough, dude. Yeah. So really, I mean, PGA doesn't really have much leverage.
But it's like
I'm saying to stop these golfers from just going to play for Live.
And I mean, I guess they did have no choice to disallow them from playing PGA Tour events, just because if they didn't, then every golfer
would play both.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I really like you.
But if you had to predict at the end of the day, what do you think is going to end up happening? I mean, do you think they're going to get the deal done?
I mean, if I had to guess, no.
Really?
I think we've seen a little bit of an improvement from the PGA in terms of how they're treating players too. The purses have been
travel
increased.
expenses.
So thank you, Michael. What? What's so funny? Think you're funny because you just play fart noises on the microphone, dude?
No, it's funny
While I'm
because
trying to talk?
I was telling Renee I was getting a little bored, and then she's like, say something. And I was like, I have nothing to say. She's like, just hit something. So then I just hit that, and of course it was that button. I wasn't looking down. I was just looking at Renee. I'm sorry.
We just had the 152nd playing of the Open Championship, and you're not jacked, Michael?
Come on, dude.
No, I'm jacked. I'm just saying I was hitting a wall of tiredness.
What do you want to do? You want to get up and do some jumping jacks?
No, that's why I got up and went to the car, grabbed a shirt.
Oh, you're cold. That's the problem.
Kind of
dude.
like a reboot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a
a
reboot.
dude.
Exactly. Now I'm back.
They're definitely going to reboot these negotiations. I don't think it's going to happen, to be honest. And I think the PGA guy was saying is, I think they're okay with where they're at.
But they're not. You don't think they're going to lose more? Like Scotty's not jumping ship, Xander's not jumping ship, Ricky Fowler. I mean, obviously, if Fowler goes, who cares?
So you're saying if there's no merger, that more guys will jump
right?
ship?
I mean, haven't we seen like the list has grown? I mean, Rahm was the last big name to
Yeah.
leave.
But I mean, since him, like, I don't think other golfers would though, because Scotty's been
Terrell
offered.
Hatton, I guess, did recently.
Oh, really? Did he
Yeah.
actually? That sucks, dude.
Because he's pretty good.
Oh yeah, dude. He's always in the field too, as we're seeing Paxton walk off the field here,
I mean,
getting pulled after
I mean, not
6
bad.
innings, dude. Yeah.
I mean, Boston's a scrappy team, 5 innings to earn. I mean, he kept the team in the game.
Yeah, no. He definitely did. And not for nothing. I mean, the Dodgers are winning. So
Yeah.
Bats, Otani, dude.
Yeah.
Ohtani. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I really don't get it. The negotiations here. Well, thank you, Renee. That's okay. I don't know if you saw me, but there was a point where I was like talking to Brian and I went like this and there was nothing
No
there.
beer.
And I just went like that. And I was like, oh my God.
Embarrassing.
Yeah, it was.
Renee, can you give me one more water and summer ale?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely
Thank
not,
you.
dude. Yeah, dude. I don't know. I mean, it's so tough to that this whole thing was kind of dragged on and whatnot. But I mean, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
I'd love to know what like some of our fans think about this, dude.
Yeah, I mean, Josh B,
Like
give
Josh
us
B,
something. And your
Have
mother
you been golfing?
wanted,
My mother doesn't
wanted
care.
us to read Mexican Coke. Rocco will be playing basketball too. She wanted us to read that. Her last comment was, "Guys, look at my comments." And her most recent comments, just letting you know, Tony.
What's today? Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure she's probably riled about the cherry dip cone and everything.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Little sugar rush.
I wonder if my father got anything. Sometimes he gets a little ice cream treat. It's not often.
Oh really?
Sometimes he does though.
Just a little piece of cheesecake in a napkin.
In a napkin before bed. Sometimes he'll get the hot
That
fudge
was
Michael
great.
liked that
I
one.
did.
Yeah. That was a good callback.
No, but I have to say, I know I'm kind of jumping the gun here because you. Well, no, actually, no. You were about to say something. So go ahead. I know.
I kind of forget what I was going to say already.
Jeez,
though.
your
Jesus
father,
Christ,
the
dude.
cheesecake,
No, it was before that though. We were on to something.
the golf,
Oh, Josh B, the fans. The fans.
Yeah.
dude.
Josh B, give us
Saul.
something. Give us something.
Where's
Saul.
Saul. It's
Golf
Sunday night,
drama
Saul.
over money, and it looks like he fell asleep.
Josh B fell asleep?
That's what he said. Like he has like the sleeping emoji.
Yeah.
Just
so he's
play
not
the
into
game,
it,
he
dude.
says.
Yeah. It is actually funny. I feel like a lot of people I talk to who do golf,
Yeah,
don't watch golf.
No, but a lot of people do, but there is a lot of people that don't. It's split. Basically.
Yeah.
I think of the people that golf regularly, half of them watch, half of them don't.
Yeah, which is, but again, like, I mean, if you're thinking about, guys who play basketball, even in like an intramural or a pickup league, they watch basketball. Like, I
Right.
feel like you don't get that a lot in other
Michael.
sports,
Back in the day,
I mean,
right?
obviously you watched basketball your whole life and you played basketball.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's
will
crazy.
you ever intently watch again? Maybe
Oh,
with
yeah.
the Knicks. Are you actually riled?
I'm riled. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you actually think there, like it's going to be tough, obviously, but there is a
Infinity
chance
Gauntlet,
that
dude.
there could be a
Stop.
parade in the Canyon to Heroes after the
They
conclusion
need,
of
they
next
need another
basketball
star.
season. You think it's Miles? It's just not, or Mikhail?
Oh, I guess they
Mikhail?
got
It's Mikhail.
Julius still. We'll see how Julius plays. How about that?
Is Julius a lock to stay?
We'll see. That's what I'm saying.
Dunlap on the range, Tony. What do you think he's thinking here?
On the range right now? Is he really?
Well, just in case there's a playoff at the Barracuda.
Oh, okay. So he's worried about the Barracuda, dude. I don't know. He's probably chilling right now. I would
Like
imagine,
he probably
dude.
doesn't think that, but you never know. Whaley could pick up a birdie or two.
Yeah, that's true. That is kind of crazy. Again, we talked about it.
Yeah.
This scoring method does leave the door open for people to come back. I would imagine Dunlap feels a little uneasy. Maybe.
Yeah, he wants
Yeah.
to just secure the victory.
Just get me the hell
secure
out
the
of here.
Purse, what,
Crack
7,
open a
20?
nice summer ale. Yes,
Yes.
20.
Summer ale at Lake Tahoe. Kind of nice this time of year.
What's this? Who's the summer ale by?
Brooklyn.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
All right.
Michael, I was going to ask you, and I'll ask Tony the same question. Better chance of winning a championship next year, the Knicks or the Jets?
Jets.
Stop
Wow.
it, really?
I say Knicks.
I would say Knicks too. I mean,
I think the Jets are going to surprise everybody.
But I see all the talent. And I'm assuming Michael, stick with me for 1 second.
Joe
I'm
Kelly.
here.
I'm assuming health is 100%.
That's what I'm saying.
But the riddle I want answered, it's kind of a two-part riddle. The first part
Are we in Egypt?
is we're in Arrowhead Stadium. So that's the first part. And then so that riddle and then the riddle of Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs will both be solved, though. That's my question. That's the hurdle, the riddle, whatever you want to call it, that needs to be solved.
Yes, and I think you're going to see a step back from the Chiefs.
Really?
Yeah, especially your boy Kelsey.
Well, it's the reason I respect the Chiefs the most is because of Mahomes.
No, I know, me too.
And then Josh B says
that's
the
the
Jets
only
are going to
reason.
jet until they don't jet.
Oh, Josh B is just an
You think he's too
old,
pessimistic?
bitter,
Yeah,
Jets
tired.
fan. Yes,
Definitely.
he's on the porch, all pissed off, yelling at kids.
Walking
Get off
the
my
dog,
porch, Jets.
dude. Get off my porch.
Well, what do you
Gran
think about
Torino?
that, Tony, though? I mean, with the Jets. I mean, do you agree with what I'm saying about like those hurdles and those seem like big obstacles? And that's why you were kind of alluding that you like the Knicks having a better shot this
Oh,
year?
yeah, definitely. Thank you, Renee.
Thanks,
I just feel like, the Knicks obviously came closer this year to a championship than the Jets did.
Jets haven't made the playoffs since 2011, since Bart Scott was on the team, as Alan Hahn said at the Beach Bash.
Bart Scott, great guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, dude. I just feel like the Jets, even though Rodgers will probably be healthy, he'll probably have a good year. I mean, we just think about the competition around the league.
Dude, he was in Egypt.
And when you think about what does that mean?
All the answers are given.
Was he in King Tut's tomb, dude?
Yes.
Like, did he get some special, like the mummy too, when he get the freaking gauntlet thing and he got
ayahuasca.
powers? Like, stop it, dude.
Barnes, I needed to ask you
I
this. 'cause
wouldn't
I've-
be surprised if he goes missing in the middle of the season, dude. Like, who knows with this guy?
What
He's
is it,
still an
Michael?
absolute prima donna.
When
And still
Alan
the
Hahn-
rest of the
Yeah.
team, Michael.
When-
all right?
When Alan Hahn was talking to you and said he's
Nobody
got
else listens to me.
the gauntlet, Infinity Stone,
Infinity
and then he
Gauntlet.
said the SpongeBob meme. Did you have a clue what he was talking about?
So he was talking about what I was wearing.
No. He said, like, because you asked about the Knicks, and he goes, they need one more piece to complete
Yes.
the Infinity Gauntlet with all their Infinity Stones. Like he made two
Yes,
movie
remember?
references.
He made two movie references.
That they were movie
Right,
references.
right.
Yeah.
I had
Michael's
no
asking you,
idea what he was saying.
Right. That's why I
Dude,
just,
because we watched the interview obviously back a few times together.
Yeah.
You can tell Alan Hahn looking for some type of
yeah, he
laugh.
wanted you to laugh
or
and be like, "Oh, Alan, you're
recognize-
so funny,"
Yeah.
and I'm glad you did
But
it.
he did laugh because he commented about my glasses. And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
said like Juan Soto.
Yes.
And he did get a chuckle.
Yeah,
I know
no, that's
He
you
did.
that back a couple times.
Yes, dude, of course.
Like when Dave said that I was better than Grassa
That's going to be a promo coming out this
week with Zach.
That's so crazy. That he
We're
said
putting that
too,
out
dude. It
for
really
sure.
is,
Yeah.
dude.
100%.
Dave Rothenberg said that he's better than Dan Grassa.
How about Joe Kelly still out there, 36
I
years
know.
old?
He's kind of underrated. He is good.
Very underrated, and he's throwing the ball quite well and fast.
So I guess
mind you, dude.
Messenger is going to need a eagle here, Tony, on 18 to force the playoff.
As Kelly gives up a run.
What would you
looks
say
like,
the
dude.
chances of that?
Of the playoff at the Barracuda?
Yeah.
I would
An
say,
eagle on 18.
I don't know, 6%.
6?
6% for an eagle, dude. I mean, come on, Brian. Like, when you really needed an eagle, have you gotten?
You got to watch the shark documentary. I've been
Oh.
pushing it for you.
I know, dude. You know what I watched you watch over the weekend a little bit? Suits.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, the show Suits. You've watched it, right?
Yeah,
you like it?
no, I
you've
do
talked
like it.
about
Barnes, that's one of my dude. I knew you, dude. I watched that show
So
too.
you do like it?
I watched it back in the day. Yeah, it's
Okay.
like I put him on. They were making fun of me.
No.
Well,
you
okay,
did
so let's
not
hear
put
it,
us on,
Tony. But
dude.
where's the backhanded comment, or you liked it?
I will say surprisingly entertaining.
Yes.
Okay, but
I will say for like there's some scenes where it's just like for no reason at all. It's so
Wait,
dramatic,
but
dude.
also, is it like you think that Harvey's the biggest chief of all time?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
kinda
yeah.
is, dude. Like, oh my god, dude. Oh, they're
Bigger
all
chief. I guess you didn't really watch it too much. Wait, did you watch any Billions or no?
none.
Did you, Michael?
Billiards?
No,
Billions.
Oh
billions.
no, no,
You
no.
did it?
Uh-uh.
Oh, I wish you did too, because it is about
I know.
Dude, because I was gonna ask you like this comparison to Chiefs, but I was trying to think if there was somebody to compare Harvey to. But
Yeah, I don't know.
who's your favorite character?
Who's my favorite character?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great question. I mean, I guess honestly, the boss woman. I forget her name. I'm not great with names on this show yet.
Pearson?
Jessica
Pearson?
Jessica Pearson. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she's great on the show. Like surprise, and I've
What
seen her in a
about
few of the
Donna?
movies. Donna is
Redhead.
the assistant of the.
Yeah.
She's funny. I mean,
Yeah.
she
Quirky.
gets it. Very quirky. Yes. Meghan Markle, I can honestly kind of do without. I guess her performance is okay, but I don't know. Again, like the dramatic,
but you're thinking about
flirting,
Prince
the love
Harry.
interest, dude. Maybe I'm thinking about Prince Harry. But I was honestly, I've never seen Meghan Markle in anything besides like up until now, actually.
Right.
I know she was an actress, but I saw her and she was like, oh my God, it's Meghan Markle.
Wait,
so that
but
was kind of cool. But
you think she's like messing with Mike's heart too much?
oh
in that one?
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And then she tried to cheat on the fucking exam and ended
Yeah.
up calling him.
Yeah.
And it was a whole big deal. Oh
But
my goodness,
I
dude.
like when you're introduced to her and she's talking to Mike.
Yeah.
She seems like she's so much better than him.
Yeah,
like,
literally.
You know,
Yeah,
but then
yeah.
she ends up obviously.
Little does she know.
Yeah.
But it is a surprisingly entertaining show. And then the Receivers I got to watch too on Netflix.
Yeah, I
gotta get in
didn't
there,
watch
man.
that, but we were talking about that with me with the reality stuff.
Yeah,
I just
I
don't
know.
like fake stuff. Though.
I know.
It's
How
like,
much-
Just be real, but
yeah.
then would the shows really be that boring if they didn't act? Is that really what it is, Tony?
I don't know, dude. I would imagine not. I mean,
Michael, would you? I feel like
Right?
this is a Michael question.
Yeah, no, it'd be totally entertaining.
No, but yes or no, though.
For what if they didn't?
No, like just in any of these shows, because I feel like any show that's a quote unquote behind the scenes,
they're acting.
right?
Yeah, yeah,
so I'm
exactly.
saying, would
Stakes.
it be that bad?
No.
Without that? It would be better.
Yeah, it'd
Yeah.
be good.
Yeah. So, but why is there hesitation?
I don't know. I think there's
'Cause they-
maybe
they-
a fear that it's not interesting, but in reality, I mean, who's your market? Your market are fans. You
But
know?
also, and I just think they get confused. They think that people all they want to see is fights, and I
Right.
think that's not all we all want to see.
I want to see what Devontae Adams' morning routine is. You know,
Yeah.
I'll watch him brush his teeth. I don't care. I want to see what he does.
Like,
dude.
and you want to talk about fake stuff? It's fine with Hard Knocks, sure. If you don't want to do real plays because you don't want teams to steal them, that's okay. But you
Yeah.
don't need to have fake drama. Like that's all I'm saying.
But it's also like I think you can film it without giving much away. You know, like
Yeah.
you're not like put out the playbook.
Yeah.
But whatever. I guess we'll see. I think that this past Hard Knocks with the Giants and everything, I think it's gonna open up some people's eyes to maybe some better quality content out of that show, because the show I think's gone downhill a little bit.
So the Giants one you think sucks?
I watched like the first episode and it was
John Mara is
boring,
really a big
dude.
chief, huh?
And I mean, he is a big chief, dude. And
Bigger
honestly,
chief him or Harvey?
I mean,
or Aaron Rodgers.
I think it would go Harvey, then Rodgers and Mara, probably, honestly. But what should we call it? What was I gonna say?
Hard Knocks.
Hard Knocks. Oh, I don't know if it's Yarbrough pitching here for the Dodgers. Maybe it was just because they picked the Giants too, because like I don't know.
The
That
Giants
to
aren't
me,
an interesting team. They're not going to be
so
competitive.
stupid. And honestly, I'm tired of fucking hearing about them because they
they
suck
could be
now.
good.
They're gonna
Daniel
suck, dude.
Jones.
No, they're not.
Daniel Jones
Like,
could
honestly,
be good.
It really infuriates me, and I'm so happy
Yeah.
I'm not a Giants fan anymore
Yeah.
because I probably would throw something.
Yeah, Daniel Jones
Because,
is awful.
Like, what do you do? You're putting this much
Yeah.
stock into this guy?
I mean, you would think they're tanking Drew Lock or Daniel Jones playing quarterback,
Literally,
or
dude.
Tommy Cutlets.
and like, are they delusional?
Yeah.
Like you could see Saquon win a fucking Super Bowl this year.
Yeah.
With the Eagles, for God's sakes.
Yeah, but also though, I mean, I don't think that was a bad move. I don't think.
No, it
it
wasn't.
wouldn't benefit them to pay Saquon.
No, it wouldn't. It would benefit them if they had a great team already
But they-
established,
but
but they
they
don't.
botched it,
So,
yeah.
exactly. They totally ruined that.
Yeah.
And that's just like I don't. You would think like that's just an indictment on the organization. Like, come on, dude.
Now, all honesty, no disrespect to the Jets. Like, who cares? Are you more excited for the NFL season specifically as a whole, or for the Jets?
That's a tough question. I guess I would say the whole organization, the whole season. Yeah.
Yeah, me
'cause,
too.
Again, dude, the Steelers are going to be sick. What's Zach Wilson going to be like in Denver? Dude, you never know. Playing time.
I think knowing the both of
Um,
you, I think you guys are like almost more excited for that than anything else.
I guess so. I'm excited to see what Anthony,
Michael's smiling over there. No, you want to see the Jets do first over that,
Jets.
obviously.
Jets.
Anthony Richardson will be hopefully healthy for the year too. That should be interesting for the Colts. Obviously, like what are the Chargers going to be looking like? New head coach here.
Do they make the playoffs?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, I do think so.
I feel like they're bogged down at their skill positions, though. No Keenan Allen, no Mike Williams, no Austin Eckler. That's a lot of.
And Austin Eckler is a tough loss there, but I still think that you have someone in the organization now, a coach in Harbaugh that knows what he's doing. I think Herbert's going to be absolutely just producing game-changing plays, taking control of games, winning them for the Chargers. It is going to be obviously a tough division for them, but nonetheless, there's so much juice around them. Joe Burrow, hopefully healthy.
Will he be
Bengals,
healthy?
exactly. Will he be healthy? There's a lot going on. It's so competitive, I feel, the league right now.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence for the Jaguars too. They fucking totally botched it last season at the end there. What's going to happen there? The fucking Texans too. They're absolutely building upon their quarterback. Obviously, Tank Dell is going to be dope. I'm sure
But
too.
will Diggs bounce back? You think? Or?
You would think so, dude.
Yeah.
With the quarterback too, with Stroud, he's so freaking good last year. That's
Yeah.
dope, dude. And who knows even about the Browns too? What are we gonna see from them?
Watson, though, probably cook.
You think so?
Do you?
I think he'll do better than last year.
Yeah, but I don't think he'll ever be Houston Texans to show.
Probably not. Probably not. But yeah, there's definitely a lot going on. Is Lamar going to make it to the Super Bowl ever? Who knows?
This is the last hope here for Meisner, and it looks like he's in the bunker. So it looks like Nick Dunlap is your Barracuda champion
He looks devastated right now.
because he's going to finish. Oh, because he could potentially finish fourth.
Yeah,
Because if he ends up getting a bogey on this hole,
it's not good.
and Whaley.
Here's Whaley.
Whaley
here.
could hold this one too.
He's about 144 yards to the hole here.
This would be for the tournament, Tony.
He needs the eagle.
Ball in the air.
Ball's in the air. He's
No,
not
tight.
happy with
He's
it.
tight.
Not even close.
Where did it land? I missed it.
It's past the hole. Now rolling back. I don't know. Maybe a 20-foot putt.
20-foot birdie putt. Nick Dunlap, going to be the first player ever to win as a pro and an amateur.
That's
in the
pretty
same
sick.
Season.
There's the winner, just like that, dude. Nick Dunlap is your winner.
Future star, Tony, or no?
Cracking a smile.
Does he win a major in the next 5 years?
in the next 5 years? Oh my gosh! Again, I'm gonna say no.
It's just so tough.
It's just
it's
so
such
tough,
a
dude.
select list.
I mean, I guess it could. He
Yeah.
could.
yeah.
It could happen. It probably won't happen though.
Your mother, I guess, is a little disrespected. Says, "What do you mean you're not a Giants fan?"
My mother knows I
told her you switched. to the
declared
Jets.
for the Jets. I don't know where my dad, his loyalty lies anymore because he also Giants fan, like when I was a kid, but he went over to the Jets years ago.
After the Giants run, or no?
I think
is
so.
it,
Yeah, after
yeah.
the Giants run. Yeah, definitely. But I think he was always kind of like a closet Jets fan, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, I mean, hey, it is what it is. You know, football obviously taking a little bit of a back seat in terms of my fandom.
I think though, are you
um,
more excited than ever though this year? Or
I
no?
would say more excited than ever is a good way to phrase that.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Which is dope, dude. The juice is back.
But
So it's
more
awesome.
excited for the Sunday camaraderie or the season?
The season, honestly.
Yeah?
There is
What about the
something.
Sundays, like watching the games? Like,
No, I love that with the boys, with the
Yeah, at the
drinks, the,
Horseshoe as
setup.
well.
Exactly, dude. It's awesome. But I honestly could definitely also sit probably in my apartment alone and also watch Red Zone.
and
And be dialed.
But like Red Zone, like you love, honestly. Like it's like kind of amazing almost.
It is amazing. There's nothing else like it. But I will say sometimes I do enjoy like just turning on one game and just dialed
But
into that.
does
you know?
it have to be the Jets or not necessarily?
I don't think necessarily. I think if it's a matchup I would want to watch, I'll tune in. But obviously, like Jets will take a little bit more precedent over Red Zone. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes Red Zone could be a little bit like too quick. Honestly, like there's sometimes I'm like I kind of want to see this just play out, like, and then
But you
go
don't
to the
like
next
Hanson
game.
getting jacked. Like you have to see this.
Oh
what
no,
just
no,
happened in the Denver
no,
game.
yeah, that's what honestly makes it up. It is definitely Hanson. And you saw that reel I sent you the other day
Yes.
of his like pregame routine. No liquids an hour before start, dude. And he says he goes home afterwards and has 5 TVs set up. He watches highlights, he watches other games, whatever. Which is kind of crazy that he has that much stimulation and just loves it, dude.
I feel like he probably doesn't disclose, but he probably has 10 cups of coffee though.
Probably does, dude.
Yeah.
Did you his comment at the end too? He goes, "Well, it's some weird like that. That's probably why I'm not married." like that.
It's always about a marriage.
Always
right?
about the marriage not working out, dude.
Right now, just first thought, 2020, I guess technically 2025 Super Bowl champs. Wait, who comes to mind?
Who comes to mind? Honestly, Steelers do.
The Steelers?
dude. Yeah, I'm telling you.
Did you talk to Michael Butka?
No, I did not, dude. And also, Michael Buckta, I think he needs to like maybe get more hyped up for the Steelers. I feel like last time we were talking about it.
Yeah, like
really...
I feel like my theory on this. I don't know what you think, Jimmy, but I feel like he gets like his team doesn't win for a couple years, and he gets very turned off.
Over it,
and he's over it.
Even like the Penguins this year too, he was like over it.
Yeah, that's it. He's tight at the Yankees, which we all are.
Right. The Yankees do like he hangs around for the Yankees. I'll give him that.
Gotcha.
What do you think? Super Bowl? Don't say Kansas City, please.
Kansas City. Yeah.
Come on, really? Anyone else though? Someone besides that?
Someone besides Kansas City. You know, it's interesting. I honestly want to say if he's healthy, the
Bengals.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's gonna be healthy come the playoffs. Honestly,
the offensive line has to stay healthy and perform.
I could see like week 1 of the playoffs.
But I'm confused though. I know I'm jumping here a little bit, but why you're so high on the Steelers? Not to say that I don't like what they did with the quarterback and stuff.
Right.
But what is it?
I think it's Mike. Obviously his philosophy. We've talked about him a lot. Obviously, it's been a while since a Super Bowl win.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, I think with a revamped kind of quarterback here, we have Wilson in there, who's I think we talked about it also earlier this week.
Yeah.
Underrated in terms of his production last season. And I really do think like Wilson's going to be hungry for a victory. And I'm not. Maybe I am. Again, that was just my first thought. It's freaking July 21st. I would probably maybe dive deep more into their roster and see what their the depth chart looks like in terms of position players. But you still got to like the coach quarterback combo right there.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be great.
I mean, if you think about it, both of them are out for revenge. Both of them have taken hits to kind of like the reputation. Right. I mean, I think Tomlin's reputation is still far better than Russell's.
Oh, yeah.
Even though Russell has won. Actually, no, they've won the same amount of Super Bowls, actually. Kind of interesting if you think about it. Russell just been to more Super Bowls.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
or no,
right.
they've been to the same because they played the Packers in the 2011 Super Bowl, but lost.
A lot of parallels here, Brian.
There are a lot of parallels.
And then they also have Fields, right?
Fields.
So
yeah, it's interesting though, because like I would think they're like excited about Fields for the future, but I could see them thinking we need to like revamp him, so we're just gonna give him the whole year off. And Russell,
wow, think so?
He's won before. He's hungry to do it again.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Let's ride. No pun intended.
Yeah. Do you think though that they maybe put Fields?
That was great.
Michael really liked that one.
I did. Let's ride. No pun intended.
I mean, do you think they use Fields for like some of like Wildcat?
Well, they
like
said they're
something,
not going to do
that. Oh, they're not going to do that? They said that?
No. Well, no, they said special teams because they were talking kick return. But I do think they do a red zone package in short yardage. Definitely, because all the teams do that.
I mean, come on, dude. Yeah, right. Why not, dude?
Wow. So Meisner, Tony, has to settle for fourth here.
That's really tough.
Charlie Hoffman, the grizzled vet, who almost won the the Phoenix Open with a top 10 coverage. Begins at 3:30 on Thursday for the 3M, Tony. Let's go.
I will miss the early tee times, I think.
Oh, right.
Like
no.
But like go like it's
but
people are finished by 10 a.m.
Yeah. We'll have some guys off, but it won't be like the way it was. Yeah, that was awesome. You know what's another interesting team? The Bills just tearing it down to the studs, basically. Both the receivers gone.
And didn't like Josh Allen like change his name? I don't know if you saw that.
No.
I think he's gonna have his mother's maiden name now.
I didn't know that.
Also on his jersey,
like a hyphen situation.
Yeah. Let's see. Team announced Tuesday the 2-time Pro Bowl defensive end. Oh, maybe it's that Josh Allen. Oh, I could be wrong. I thought it was Josh Allen of the Bills. I guess it's Josh Allen of the Jaguars, dude. My mistake on that one. I forgot.
Okay, that's what it is.
I hate to see that.
Yeah. I mean, come on. What are you gonna do? Josh Allen. Fuck.
You know what I think we have to do right now? I know this is like too crazy. I think we got to do I know it's early, but just to kind of get in the football mindset, training camps around the corner, a divisional frenzy. What do you think about that?
A divisional frenzy, dude.
Michael, you in?
Sure, dude. Like you want to do like just pick your
Division by
divisional
division.
winners.
Do we have like the football music?
Probably not on the board. Like almost definitely not.
But we could spike it.
You want to spike it, dude? Yeah, definitely, dude. Let's see. Let's bring up the divisions here. I got last year's
Divisional standings. Marco says the Sandlot is on ABC right now. Finally,
that honestly, finally is right. I don't know if you know.
I know weeks,
literally,
binge buddies.
dude. Yeah,
That's a great movie.
it is a great movie. I think last week it was interrupted by the assassination attempt coverage. And Marco was pretty tight. Hilarious. But that is dope. Sandlot, come on. Yep. No. Come on, man.
What's the like song you're looking for?
Okay,
Again?
so it would be NFL primetime music.
I can't believe you don't like the Sandlot.
You know what it is?
No, I know what it is.
Okay, what is it?
But
How
it's
do you
just
not like that
ridiculous,
movie?
dude? Exactly. That's what it is. How do you not like it, dude?
How do I not like it?
Because it's come on, dude.
I think I saw it after I was not of that age, you know. So it's just kind of like I don't need to watch the movie.
Ryan
really what it
Boyd?
was.
Who's that?
I don't know.
Right, that is Saul. You calling you?
Is it?
That's Saul.
With the divisional frenzy, we'll call him back.
Oh wow!
I mean, we got to do the divisional frenzy. Get the
Sure,
music
dude,
going.
the music's going right
Starting
now,
We'll
dude.
call
the
you. We'll call you
American
back, Saul.
Football Conference, the AFC East,
Oh,
the
God,
Bills,
dude.
the Dolphins, the Jets, the Patriots. Tony, who is taking it home?
It's a great question. I'm gonna say right
Give the
now.
record too.
I'm gonna say the Jets take it home here. They go 12-5.
I'm going to say the Dolphins take it home,
No.
12-5.
Whoa!
The Jets go 10-7 and get the last wild card spot.
Really, dude? Bills.
Bills 7-10. McDermott
Yikes!
fired before Thanksgiving. AFC North, the Ravens, the Browns, the Steelers, the Bengals.
You heard me say it preview before, dude. Give me the Steelers winning this division. Crazy. I think maybe Lamar tears something third game of the season out for the year.
What the
And
hell?
that's right, dude. Not that I ever hoped for that. And of course, you never know about Burrow too with his injuries. Give me the Steelers winning
Clearly
this
do.
division. I'll say 11-6. They can win this division.
Bengals 13-4. Joe Burrow, league MVP.
Wow.
On to the AFC South. The Texans, the Jags, the Colts, the Titans.
I think Texans easily. They have a stellar freaking year. CJ Stroud, sophomore slump. What? They go 13-4 to win that division.
I'm going to say Anthony Richardson makes the Pro Bowl, has 40 combined rushing and throwing touchdown. Colts 11-6, your AFC South champs.
Love that.
Last division of the American Football Conference. It's the West, it's the Chiefs, it's the Raiders, it's the Broncos, it's the Los Angeles Chargers.
Oh, God. I know the Chiefs, whatever, dude. I'm going to try and stray away from them right now. Why not? Give me the LA Chargers, 5-12 last year. Complete turnaround because of Harbaugh. That's right, Michael. They win, I would say, 11-6. They can take the division.
Tony and Michael's favorite team, the Kansas City Chiefs, champions in the West once again, 12-5. And we are on to the NFC.
Let's go, baby.
The Cowboys, the Eagles, the Giants, the Commanders.
NFC East here. Eagles, I think, kind of fumbled it last year late, I think, right down the stretch of the season. Yeah, definitely. Cowboys ended up winning it. I think Eagles take it. Saquon, the story there. That guy deserves some success. Eagles take this one. I'll say 13-4 for them. Pretty dominant.
Wow. I think for some reason you're high on the Eagles.
A little bit. Even though they may have lost a few guys, O-line, defense, could take a
DeAndre
step back. And Kelsey retired, right?
Yes, Jason Kelce retired.
So, it's going to be tough, but look at the Eagles. Okay.
I am going to go with the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah,
I think they go 12-5 again. I think they win the division again. And I think they lose in the first round once again. On to the NFC North. It's the Lions, it's the Packers, it's the Vikings, and it's the Bears.
I think there's going to be an absolute caffeine crash over there in Detroit. They're not going to be able to step up, and I think Green Bay definitely surprised people in the playoffs too. Jordan Love, you got to love that. No pun intended, Brian. Youngest team in the NFL. Give me the Packers winning this division. I'll say 11-6 as well.
Packers, best record in the league,
Wow.
14-3. Jordan Love, 45 touchdown passes. Packers will be in the Super Bowl next season.
That's sick, dude.
On to the NFC South. The Bucks, the Saints, the Falcons, the Panthers.
I know, like crazy division here in the NFC South. Bucks were actually tied with the Saints last year, 9-8, and obviously, we know what happened to the Bucks' first round exit, if I recall correctly, right? But Baker, let's freaking go, dude. I think another run for him. They go back-to-back years winning the NFC South, and I say, how do you not do 10-7? 10-7. 10-7. They can win the division. Let's go.
Win the division. Let's go.
Tell me who. The Saints?
So I do like Baker, but I think he's due for some regression.
I don't think so.
I don't like the Saints because Derek Carr sucks. But give me Kirk Cousins, that big contract, and I know he has Michael Penix backing him up. Falcons, 11-6, out in the wild card round. Last division, maybe best division.
Yeah.
It's the Niners, it's the Rams, it's the Seahawks, it's the Arizona Cardinals.
I love Seattle. Their coach, I forget the name, the new coach they got. Doesn't matter though. Great coach pickup, but I still think it's.
Isn't he the offensive coordinator for the Bucs?
He was. Yeah.
I forgot his name.
I know.
Dave. I think it's Dave something.
Regardless, I think he'll be a good fit for Seattle. But how do I not go with the Niners again here? A team on the cusp of winning a Super Bowl, dude. But give me the Niners
Mike
winning
McDonald,
here.
the Ravens defensive coordinator.
Oh, okay, so fair. A little off there, but we're still on top of the ball. The offensive coordinator from.
Titans?
Oh, did he get the job for the Titans? I think you're right.
Know.
Dude, how is was it Mike Vrabel, right?
Yeah.
How is he jobless? Not gonna come on.
Callahan
dude.
is the Titans coach.
But give me the Niners, NFC West. Stay focused here, Brian. The frenzy music's going on. 49ers here. I say they're 13-4, dude.
It's Dave Canales, and he's the head coach of the Panthers. Baker's offensive coordinator last season. Niners are the trendy pick, the talented team. McCaffrey, though, Michael, the Madden curse. We saw Lamar go through that last season.
Yes.
But it wasn't Lamar. Was it Mahomes or was it Lamar? It was Lamar, right?
It was Lamar, yes.
There we go.
Straight facts. Yep.
Coming up short once again. But we saw the LA Rams a stone's throw away from beating the Detroit Lions in the playoffs last year. I think McVay's energized. So is Matthew Stafford. The Rams are going to make it to the NFC Championship game, winning this division with a sparkling record, Tony, of 12-5. And just like that is your divisional full-on frenzy, Michael. How about that?
Great job,
Out of the
Michael.
back
Freaking go, baby.
I mean, completely unplanned there.
Completely unplanned as we now see Ohtani at the plate. We have an Ohtani sighting.
Are we going to get our favorite lawyer on the phone?
Ooh, let's get him. He's a lawyer?
Saul Goodman.
Oh, I love that show.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's better than Breaking Bad.
It probably is, honestly.
It probably is.
Jimmy Bucket wants to know what's going to happen to Belichick. I don't think he will ever coach again. Tony, do you? I think Robert Kraft did a little deal with the owners.
Yeah, definitely making
because Artie
sure of
was
that,
going to
dude.
hire him.
Kind of crazy, dude. What, like,
The Falcons were
what
all
the
set to
fuck,
hire
dude?
him.
They really
With
were.
Raheem Morris, that's how you knew that they were set to hire him. Well, Raheem Morris was definitely not going to be their first.
Kind of crazy. That's him.
Is this all?
Yes, sir.
Is Chris Drury still sleeping?
Who?
Chris Drury?
I have no idea. Why?
I mean, the Rangers. They haven't done anything. Bud. Come on.
Oh, I thought something happened. I missed it.
No, I thought I missed it too, but then I forgot they actually did nothing. I mean, a little
Nothing.
embarrassing, though. No?
I agree. I concur.
Um,
How you boys doing?
We are doing phenomenal.
Pretty good. I mean, buzzing off the Open Championship. The Barracuda to finish down lap was a little exciting, right?
No, yeah, definitely buzzing from the Barracuda here. Saul, and we just did a divisional preview for the NFL, dude.
Chris Hansen.
That was kind of sick. So I'm pretty jacked up right now, dude. Are you pretty jacked up right now, Saul?
As far as what? I just watched Shohei walk.
Oh yeah, we saw that too. He's on my fantasy team. I need him to hit a grand slam.
7 home runs,
and I will. If it's a grand slam, I will win in fantasy this week. Need it to happen right now. But I mean, are you jacked up just in the sense of calling into the show? I mean, aren't you excited to be?
Oh yeah. My first question is: does the Horseshoe Cafe have a horseshoe pit?
A horseshoe?
Like
what?
Horseshoes.
Like horseshoes?
Like horseshoes, like a real horseshoe.
No, they do not have horseshoes here. There's a billiards table. There's a dart. We got darts in the corner over there. I'm not sure where the I guess history of the name of the horseshoe comes from. Maybe we get Dean to give him the mic.
Know that.
But regardless,
I had one growing up. I thought maybe if they had one, I'd come there and I
could see you being
dominate.
I mean, I would hope to play horseshoes. I played a few times in my lifetime, and I guess I was okay at it.
I grew up with it.
I mean, you grew up with it. You're probably better, but I don't know. Maybe I could take it.
I won multiple state championships.
What?
I would beat anybody.
Yeah. Don't listen to him, Saul.
State championships in horseshoes?
Yeah, it was. I was 5 years running. I got in the 8th grade because I was that elite, and then
no way
going each year, won it back to back.
Who's there talking?
It's Michael.
Oh, okay. You foolish shit.
Yeah. But regardless, you should come to this bar anyway, dude. Especially when we do the sports board.
Yeah,
great time. Great food, great drinks, great atmosphere.
Great food. Are you guys sipping? What are you guys sipping on?
So this is a summer ale. Tony has a traditional Guinness.
That is correct.
Oh.
That's
I love the Guinness. You kidding me?
This bar, by the way, is the best Guinness pour I've had in the area.
Really? Nice.
Yeah.
Didn't you say it was better than Ireland?
I don't think I did.
I've never been.
No, I think you did.
Did I?
Yeah.
You definitely gotta get out to Ireland, dude. They pour it the best. I'm hearing Renee in my ear.
I'm gonna ask Dean the question you guys were asking.
Oh, okay,
the horseshoe origination.
So we got Dean here as the bartender tonight.
Hold on. I said it one second.
He's been bartending here, I think, for like 30 years, 40 years.
Okay. Nice.
And he's a great guy, hooks us up, huge Orioles fan. And
huge Orioles fan, okay.
Blackhawks fan as well.
And Blackhawks.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I'm not sure about the Baltimore connection, but I believe for a period of time there was family, or perhaps himself was living in Chicago.
Okay.
But I mean, he admired Blackhawks, great organization.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
hard.
I have to say so. I'm surprised you're not more outraged at the Rangers.
I think he's also a beaten down fan.
Yeah, like, are you beaten down or no?
I feel like you're optimistic.
Would you say you're beaten down, Saul?
Would you say you're optimistic?
Optimistic about what?
The Rangers.
Yeah, I am. They'll make the most. I'm not worried.
I mean, I just don't know. I mean, is it really just?
I don't know what the hell they're going to do, but I'm not.
The only name out there.
I mean, I really do think at this point they're going to be going with what they have, and then they're hoping at the deadline they can bring in a big name. Because right now, like we talked about it, they're not going to really bring in anyone and have a better regular season than they did last year. They can roll it back. Like if you're giving up a haul for a Stamkos or a Gensel or whatever, you're going to end up probably being worse than you were last year in the regular season. Yes, you're in the hopes that these guys perform in the postseason.
Yeah, that's it. That's the main thing right there. Right there. The big guys got to step up in the postseason.
Yeah, and I think that's regardless of who you bring in. Even if you have Gensel, if you have a big name, I mean, one guy scoring isn't gonna do you good. You had nobody scoring for you.
Panarin has to step up. Panarin has to be Panarin in the postseason.
Absolutely.
Hey
What are the
guys,
chances that
can I interrupt you really quick?
Yeah, so we have Renee here with Dean.
We had a question for you.
Hi, Renee.
To know if you
Renee
knew
can't hear you, Saul.
the history behind how the Horseshoe Cafe got its name.
Yes, I do.
Could you tell me?
Great reporting.
Please tell me more.
So the horseshoe, I'm going to look at page 12. It was 1934. Oh, I'm sorry, 1934. it became the Horseshoe Cafe restaurant. Sorry. So before that, it was a blacksmith shop.
Oh, no kidding.
So they shoot horses. They didn't shoot horses. Why am I talking like? They shoot horses, shod horses, or whatever you do to a horse.
Right.
But they put shoes on.
That was pretty cool.
And when it became a restaurant, they just called it
The Horseshoe.
Cafe. And then in '47, they changed the building. They knocked down the old building, put this one up, and it stayed the Horseshoe
Right.
Cafe the whole time.
Well, that was the year that you started here too, right?
Close, 1985.
Wow, that's awesome.
That's a couple years ago.
There we go.
But that's the story.
There's your history lesson for the night.
Yes.
That's great.
Anything else, just let me know.
Thanks,
I'll try
Dean.
to speak into the microphone.
Yeah, thanks, Dean. I think first time Dean on the mic, right?
Yeah.
First time, great time. So there you go,
Many
dude.
more times.
Maybe
There you go.
maybe back in '37, if you came here, you would be able to play horseshoes. Obviously, not so much today, but still. Story I didn't know.
Are you a big NFL fan or no?
Did we lose Saul?
Saul?
Thanks, man.
Okay, so where are you at? I mean, are you discouraged, Danny Jones? You're sick of it, or what?
Yeah.
That would be
Year 6. Year 6 is making
Yeah, I mean it's
making 40 mil, making 40 bills.
even him
you
making
know what I mean?
40 mil, you could argue that they're better off going with Drew Lock. Give him a spark, right, Tony?
Well, this is it.
Would you start to beat him, honestly?
I would start to
If this year doesn't work out, he's done.
Only if his agent gets
but-
silent passer.
yeah, oh no. But not for nothing, Saul. But I mean, like, wasn't that the deal last year with him too? If he's not going to be good this year, he's done. And what's going on? He's still going to be coming out there as a starting quarterback for the Giants. So it's like, how many times?
But most likely he's just going to get hurt, and then that'll solve that problem, right?
I guess
But
so.
does Dable get the opportunity to direct his quarterback? I mean, or if he's done?
I mean,
Because
I think it depends on what type of leash he has on the team this year, right?
I think you should.
But I think they're a good team. I think Dable. I think him and the GM are a good team. But they never got the chance to draft their own quarterback. But they got forced to pay him because they fucked. I almost said they were successful,
You can
and
You could
Okay.
say fuck if you need to.
okay, that's what I was going to talk about. But they were successful, and they won a playoff game.
Yeah.
Against the Vikings, you're talking about?
Yeah, that was such a fluke.
Come
the
on.
Vikings, Kirk Cousins.
But that's why they paid him, dude.
Forced by
But
the
yeah,
what they paid him.
I remember we did a special sports show. Matthew was in studio.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
called in
Dude,
from
oh
house.
my God, that's right.
And I was like, there's nothing to be excited about. They're not winning next week. It's the Vikings.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about here?
They got a
Fool's
lot of
gold,
young
you could
talent.
say.
It was a little bit of fool's gold, dude. I don't know, Saul.
Totally.
I mean, what do
You
you
know what's really pissing me off? I don't know if you guys saw it today while you're at the bar. But, I don't know if you noticed Aaron Judge and Juan Soto. They're probably two of the greatest baseball players going today, right?
Uh-huh.
They got on base all the time,
And then
and
nobody's
nobody's driving them in.
Right.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
And I'm getting, you know what, sick of it. What are we doing?
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, we're all sick of it, Saul. It's amazing.
I can't believe we're losing games. These guys are doing their job.
Yep. No, and we're gonna do, tomorrow,
I hope so. Do something.
weekend recap, of everything. But I think really, nothing's changed in that regard. It's all a trickle down effect. It's all about players. You put
They're
on
always
the
on
field.
base. And it's not like they're hitting bombs. They were hitting singles. Whoa, going opposite field.
But you know what the problem is? You have at least really, I mean, even being conservatively, 4 guys starting at this point, the way they're playing this year, wouldn't be starting for any other team in the major leagues. And that's the problem.
Is Verdugo Josh Donaldson 2.0?
I mean, he has been the past month. Glaber is awful.
Glaber
Trent Grisham sucks. DJ LeMahieu is terrible. As well,
Done.
Cabrera is terrible.
Done.
No, I mean that's really all you.
DJ LeMahieu's making a lot of money. That's what it's saying.
Unfortunately, Anthony Volpe really has been terrible.
Yeah,
the past
they're
couple
all
months.
terrible.
Yeah.
You got two guys.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a big trade deadline coming up, and just gotta have hope.
I don't even know. You guys will probably know baseball, but I don't know who's out there that doesn't try to go make the team better.
I suggested Brent Rooker and Luis Ariz before. I think Tony agreed. Or actually, no, I didn't mention that to you. I was saying that to Matt on the phone. That's what it was.
Oh yeah, I was saying Brent Rooker, dude.
Did you see the season he's having for the A's? Or not?
Yeah, no, it is crazy.
280, 22 dingers, or 28.
28 dingers.
Yes.
Yeah. So for the A's to him, Mason Miller, dude.
No, but the three of those guys with Ariz, I mean, that would be a completely new team. They're back. I mean, that's obviously what they need. Like, I know that's what they need.
I don't think they're gonna get a rise though.
But that's the type of guys they need. They need a power guy that can drive in runs. They need an average guy, and they need a bullpen.
Yeah.
They need somebody that can drive in Soto and Judge, who are always on fucking base.
It's so annoying though. Ariz was available before the season. They didn't get aggressive and acquire him, even though they had
whatever it takes
with the Marlins. I don't know why Cashman was sleeping on that.
If he's that good, do it.
All the time, dude. Hitting the bottle.
Yeah, I mean, it's bad.
Climbing off building.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tough.
that's a fact.
It's honestly tough.
But
yeah, tough to watch.
Deadline's
tough to watch when these guys get on base, you get excited. And
on the next week plus the shows.
Yeah, dude, 9 days. 9 days till deadline. The 30th, right? Deadline. So
you think it's going to be a busy deadline?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I just hope they do something.
There's so many teams I feel like they're going to want to add pieces. Even like, teams like the Guardians, the Brewers, I think they're going to be buyers.
Do you think we're going to see something crazy like Corey Seager traded Milwaukee?
Wow. Maybe, dude. Maybe.
Are the Yankees going to trade anybody? Do we have anybody that anybody wants?
So we don't have anybody on the major league roster, but in the minors.
Nobody's going to take Gleyber Torres. Nobody's going to take DJ.
No. You would have to trade for like Patrick Corbin.
And like, what's the point of that, really?
I would do it. Just to get rid of Gleyber.
Really?
Don't you think he's like really, really bad?
Who's Patrick Corbin?
I think last start though he had 6.
Pretty solid. Yeah. But come on.
No. I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
Gleyber's tough to watch play.
Jose Iglesias, though.
Jose Iglesias. I'm telling you, dude. Jose Iglesias, maybe even Pete Alonso, dude.
The thing that's not right is I don't even watch the Mets games, obviously, but I feel like they've stolen the Jose Reyes, and the They have to.
I don't know.
That was always huge for
Jose Reyes. I know.
Were you a Jose Reyes fan?
Yeah, I was.
One of your favorites growing up?
Yeah, of course. Electric. Well, I started to realize where he would taper, the attitude, the domestic disputes.
When he first came up, he was exciting.
He brought some fire to the game.
He did. He brought so much fire. He was electric on the bags, great contact, and then use his speed. Like that was his deal.
Yep.
It is tough how it kind of ended up for him, I guess. But I mean, that's just. I don't know. It's sports, I guess. Just we can handle it. Kenley Jansen in here for the Red Sox. Was going to pick him up tonight. Did not. Probably should have instead of Scott. But that's just me. Oh,
that's the biggest pitcher I've ever seen in my entire life.
Jansen?
Huh? How big is that guy? 6'5"?
No. I think you're going to pick him up.
Oh, no fantasy. Yeah, no fantasy. He was a free agent.
Henley?
Yeah, dude. Swear to God. I don't know if he still is. Let's see.
If Brian Cashman did his job right, Freddie Freeman would be the first baseman on the New York Yankees. But
Brian Cashman is the worst general manager ever.
We don't do that. We just hold on to Rizzo again. No, he wouldn't be. He wouldn't.
I don't understand why he was dropped.
I don't know why.
Freddie Freeman wouldn't look good in pinstripe. No.
Is it just because
you're
too many closers?
Maybe.
I had enough of that motherfucker.
Otherwise, I would pick him up.
Yeah, he's the biggest pitcher I've ever seen. He makes CC Sabathia look like a baby.
And CC Sabathia is freaking huge, dude.
I know, this guy's a monster.
So thin.
Yeah.
Compared to how he used to be.
Oh my God, yeah, he really thinned out.
Yeah.
Met him once actually. I looked at work.
Nice guy.
Very, very humble guy, it seems, honestly, which is kind of crazy.
Oh, so Anthony Brander dropped Jansen 9 days ago.
And no one's picked him up since?
Yeah, I think it's just because roster spots, temperature weak.
Yeah, I guess so.
CC Sabathia was a guy you need in every dugout.
Josh B has no closers, so that's another reason why. I guess he's punting on saves.
Josh B.
He says he's so tight in a rise, and he says he'll trade it to me in fantasy. It's like, gosh, we need him on the Yankees,
Yeah.
though, man. Like you can't downplay what an impact he would have. I know it's not happening, Tony. I know it's like Patrick Harrington and Ernie Els winning a major next season. But wouldn't it not be perfect? Am I missing something?
It would be perfect.
They need a pure contact guy.
Gosh, but I mean, geez, dude. Like, I don't think you're going to get him.
But the Padres
What's
are
up, Jack?
over 500. They need guys in the system, no?
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. But are you gonna give up some significant?
I would give us Spencer Jones. Honestly. I'm just so sick of the configuration of the team. I would just do it. Just get him, and that's it.
It's like that.
I don't know how you guys do fantasy baseball.
Really?
Tony's like in love with it.
Honestly, first year for me.
Like, couldn't be
I
going
respect it. I respect
I
it.
mean, I'm in first
Well,
place.
no, in terms of you enjoying it, though, on top of
Yeah.
just being in first.
No, it is great, obviously, especially over the year we're covering baseball every day. It only makes sense that I'm doing fantasy. It helps me cover baseball more because I get some of these names that I don't even would normally recognize. Now I know.
Well, what you do, it's probably awesome because you know everybody's name. You know what they. Yeah, I get it, but I couldn't do it. I do football. That's it.
No, yeah, football is fun. I've done hockey in the past, and I say, hockey's every day too, but hockey's way easier in the sense where, players don't get hurt as much, and if they do get hurt, they still play anyway. So it's like you can set your starting lineup in the morning for hockey and not have to really worry about it. Whereas in baseball, there's so many late.
Somebody's not going to play. Somebody's not going to play if you're not paying attention.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I'm playing. Right?
There's so many times.
But I don't know why I like using my bench guys, and then they have an impact. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of cool. Like, it's sick. I have the bench.
No, it is dope. No, it is dope. But it's annoying sometimes where I'm like literally set my lineup.
Oh,
and
last
it's like
second,
6 o'clock. Yeah. All of a sudden, last minute scratch. Someone's not starting, and now I can't do anything about it. I'm like, this is freaking ridiculous. But that's again, still having a great time.
But I highly recommend it. Highly recommend.
And we're in a league with great people. That's what
great people. That's what it is.
So that's the best part of fantasy.
We're gonna get Michael in the mix. Saul's gonna answer this question. I'm gonna ask the question. I'm gonna say Michael first. All major sports. Next New York championship is
the Jets.
Wow. Saul.
The next New York championship. Oh, that's a good question. Oh, Jets. Oh. I gotta go. I'm going. Somebody's gonna wake up the GM of the New York Rangers, and they're gonna make the move, and I'm gonna go with the Rangers.
Absolutely love it, dude. Yes, clearly going Rangers. Let's freaking go,
So you're
Saul.
gonna say Mets?
No, come on, let's be real here. The Rangers are closer than the Mets are to a championship.
Really?
Yeah, the Rangers.
The Mets are like on fire, one of the hottest teams in baseball.
I mean,
they were before the Marlins series.
Regardless, still 3 games over.
The Mets are not going to win the World Series
ever.
Wait, before Saul said it, you were going to say the Rangers? Or?
No, I really was going to say the Rangers.
Say it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am going to say the Yankees,
Jets?
even though it looks like they're nowhere near it right now. I think they pull a rabbit out of the proverbial hat, Tony.
Like
You
this
think the
year?
Yankees pulled a rabbit?
I think
That's
Arise,
ridiculous.
Brent Rooker,
Not going to
Mason
happen.
Miller, maybe JP Sears as well.
Yeah, sure. Let's just get everyone at the deadline. Let's just give them everyone.
Miguel Andujar,
Yeah,
Union
sure,
score.
dude. Yeah.
Never know.
Maybe you get Freddie Freeman from the Dodgers at the deadline. Dude, why not? You need a first baseman.
We can't get him. He's signed to a major deal.
Yeah. I don't think he's going anywhere anyway.
The fact that he's not on the Yankees bothers me so much.
Freddie Freeman?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy is such a great guy. Absolutely love him. The fact that
How do you not sign him?
Dude,
How do you keep Rizzo?
the fact that Freeman isn't on the Braves anymore is such a freaking travesty.
Yeah, that's the thing. Have the Braves let him go. What are you, out of your
Firing
mind?
his agent at the 11th hour.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember, but his agent lied to him about the offer the Braves gave him.
Yeah, he did.
And then he went with the Dodgers. And then he found out, fired his agent, cried back.
Didn't he cry? He cried. Didn't he cry?
Because I think he had a game in Atlanta and he was crying
His
on
heart
the
was
field.
broken because he didn't want to leave Atlanta.
Yeah, he didn't want to fucking leave Atlanta. He should be retiring a Brave. He really should be, dude.
Yeah.
The amount of obviously time and
I do
effort
remember
he
that.
gave that
I do remember
organization,
him.
dude.
I do remember that.
Like it really is like one of the greatest, honestly, like travesties like in recent time. I feel for sports like that for a player to go through because it sucks, dude.
But you saw how much he actually cared about the town, the city, growing his kids up and all that, all that stuff there.
Yeah,
and his wife.
dude. I mean, not for nothing. He uprooted his family, moved across the country to LA, dude. Like, he didn't really want to do that.
Scumbag agent lied to him.
Right? Like, what a fucking asshole, dude.
I would have beat that agent to death.
Literally. Especially in today's sports world where like sometimes you don't really get that loyalty from a player, he'll just go with
Yeah, man. Like, I'm here. I want to be here.
Yeah, dude. Oh man.
And I perform, and I'm really freaking good.
And it's crazy that even through all that, he's still absolutely killing it for the Dodgers.
Yeah.
I think I just saw he's batting 290.
Yeah, like he literally hasn't missed a step, dude.
Saul, last question
Yes, sir.
for you. Brady Kachuk, is he lacing them up for the Rangers on opening night?
I'm in. What's it going to take?
It's a great question.
Tony would say Kako, Reppy,
Maybe
Okay.
like an Othman, maybe.
maybe an Othman, maybe a who's the defenseman?
Which Kendrick Miller? What?
I'm not a big
Truba?
Rempey guy.
One other-
Rempey was fine for a minute, but
the heck is the other defenseman?
Lindgren?
he's not going to win
Lindgren,
it.
yes.
Lindgren. Lindgren, dude. I don't know.
Quick.
You can have all three.
Would you trade quick?
For Kachuk?
Kako, you want Kako and you want Rempey?
I would. I mean, I think that's an absolute steal if you
What
think
about
of those
Othman?
two guys. I
Yeah.
probably would too,
With
honestly.
Trouba.
Yeah. Trouba needs to get traded. As I see Hayward getting a dinger here. It's going to be 8-2. Jansen is tight.
That's why he's a free
agent. Good thing I didn't pick him up, I guess.
We'll see though what they do.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely moves are needed, Saul. That's for sure.
I would move. I have no problem getting rid of Kako and Rempey. Rempey was fun to watch, but he ain't going to win us anything.
No, you're right. You're
Absolutely not.
right. And then Josh B saying that's why no one has Jensen.
Thank you, Josh B.
But yeah, thank you, Josh B, and thank you, Saul, for calling in and giving us a couple minutes here.
Always a pleasure, boys.
Yeah, no, definitely call in again
Pleasure's all
soon
ours.
and enjoy the rest of your night, brother.
You too, guys. Have a good night.
Peace.
All right, that was Saul Goodman, Tony. And isn't it unbelievable? Here we are, another Horseshoe show in the books. And I know he said Horseshoe show, it's Horseshoe show. Nevertheless,
Horseshoe show.
right, Renee? Like I think you can't believe it yourself.
Oh, that is
No?
funny. But yeah, I really can't believe another one in the books. Great job here all around. Dean, first time in a long time.
First
You know?
time, in a long time. Yeah.
Having him here for the show. We've been having Jeff, as you guys I'm sure know from watching us here. And then of course Dean killing it with the history lesson on the microphone. That is definitely outside of his comfort zone. As well as, everything we talk about the Barracuda,
Yeah, that we
Let's
got
fucking
in
go,
more
dude.
Barracuda than baseball. Kind of crazy.
Which is great because then tomorrow.
Yeah, no, that's kind of that was kind of by design.
Yeah,
Plus, I wanted a more positive vibe. It's all negative from this past weekend, of course.
I know, it's tough about the negativity, dude.
Especially because I was obviously expecting a good series. You're expecting a good series, and we're both in the same situation where when tomorrow get the split, that's what we want.
Need it.
And then before we play each other. But nevertheless, it just leaves you with an ugly taste going to bed tonight.
Yeah, it definitely does. Like you said, looking forward to tomorrow.
Yeah.
We can really get
Saving the show tomorrow.
Yeah, sinking our teeth into the
full-on
weekend.
minor league baseball frenzy.
But I was still pumped for the Subway Series as well, dude. That's gonna be sick.
Yeah, definitely pumped for the Subway Series.
Yeah.
Renee's route.
Renee left the mic open.
I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay.
My
It's
bad.
okay. But yeah, dude, pumped for tomorrow. Pumped about this episode. Great time as always, dude.
Gonna catch you off guard here because I know you've been known to be Mr. Olympic. I forgot to ask you this before. Are you route for the Olympic golf competition?
Oh yeah, definitely, dude. I don't know. I've
4 golfers per country. I think it's Xander, Patrick Cantley.
It is Cantley.
Scotty, and is it JT?
I think you're right. I'd have to double check, but yes, definitely riled. I mean, Olympic golf again. Never really dialed into to golf, let alone Olympic golf right now. So definitely stoked to watch it, dude.
Yeah,
Paris, let's go.
So that's
dude.
after. So that's in 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's in 2 weeks.
Did the Olympics start yet or no? When's the opening ceremony,
I think that-
Tony?
I could be wrong. Actually, no, because I know that it starts before the opening ceremony. So I would imagine the end of July.
4 days, I think, till.
Oh,
opening
26th, I think,
ceremonies.
is opening day. Yeah, 4 days, 15 hours, 52 minutes, 22
Oh, so
seconds.
it's Wyndham Clark getting that 4th spot. So
Oh, good for
Clark,
him, dude.
No. So Clark, Morikawa, Xander, Schauffle.
Oh, wow. Morikawa. Let's
Yeah.
go, dude. I like Colin.
Yeah.
I like that pick. Let's freaking go. I'm pumped for that.
Yeah. So, they don't have too many golf tournaments in France, so that'll be pretty cool.
Right.
But excited for tomorrow for sure. This week, we'll get into the 3M and the Senior Open. First thought, Senior Open, dark horse.
I mean, I could
I'm
dark
kidding with
horse,
the dark
dude.
horse. I just meant winner, honestly. So obviously, it's Els, it's Stricker, it's Harrington, it's Seljeka, it's Darren Clark who made the cut this week at the Open.
I mean, maybe Harrington, I guess, just off the top of the dome, right?
Yeah, no,
I
I'm
guess.
telling you, you want to win some money. Harrington
Really?
to win the Open. Yeah,
All right, there
he's
we go,
jacked
dude.
up, top 22 this week. I mean, that was impressive for him. 51 years old,
Yeah,
just
no,
got
it's great.
elected Golf Hall of Fame.
And like you said, I'm sure he's coming in this week. Riled.
Any chance Daly makes the cut?
Probably not.
Yeah, no way.
Maybe. I mean, he withdrew, I guess, this past weekend.
I
So
feel like that was almost like set up. Like he just wanted to warm up Brown for the Senior Open.
honestly, probably.
Yeah, just wanted
So-
to get hammered.
He definitely got hammered in Scotland, dude.
Yeah. So, who do you think Renee's picking for the Senior Open?
I don't know.
The Senior Open?
John Daly?
No, but Tony, I'm telling you, I know you're not like you're tight when I mention it, but you never thought you'd be into golf. I'm telling you, within a couple months, you're gonna be riled for the Champions Tour.
Yeah, so riled.
We will
Stuart
see,
Sink,
dude.
potential dark horse.
Is he in the field?
Yeah,
Oh,
51 years
definitely,
old.
dude. Yeah, absolutely, dude. Sink. I mean, always competitive. I feel.
BJ Singh, maybe
I don't think so. I don't think he's Sink, dude. I
too
don't think so.
old.
I feel like he's a name we talked about last year a few times.
Yeah, but he's
No.
like 62. I think he made the cut at the Masters. That
dude.
was hilarious, Renee.
Thank you.
I forgot. You're excited for the Olympics, Renee, or you don't like the Olympics? So you do like the Olympics.
I mean, if they're on the TV and I happen to be passing by, like I'll look a little bit, but
There we
So
go.
basically, you're tight.
no, I'm not tight about it. Like I have nothing against the Olympics. I
Nothing
wonder
against the
actually because Katie, who came to come watch the show for a little bit, she was saying she likes watching the Olympics, and she was wondering if they played here because she doesn't have cable, so
Right.
come watch the Olympics here. But I've never seen them play the Olympics.
I mean, I'm sure it's played here.
It definitely is. It's got to be. I mean, Dean's all over
I
that.
think how could you have not? I mean, you must have been here for the Olympics last couple of years, no?
I guess so. I guess 2 years ago with the Winter Olympics.
Oh yeah. I forgot that it's
Every 4
staggered
years.
every
Yeah,
two,
yeah, every
with the
2.
winter, summer.
Yeah.
But I think you're not that juiced for the Olympic competition. You
Honestly,
haven't mentioned it.
this year, I mean, I'm not on top of the,
The
ball.
swimming,
this
the
year, dude.
diving, the track and fields.
Again, listen, when you follow golf and football more, other sports have to suffer a little bit.
but I think it opened your eyes a little bit. That golf
honestly,
is better.
I'm gonna dial into the Olympics. All right, we're gonna do the medal count. All right, every day. That's what I mean. If like you were riled, if Renee was actually riled for it, like to be something to talk about. As fucking Phillips is giving up a 3-run. No, he's not. It's a double.
So killing me, all right.
Come on, Phillips. My
Right for
fucking
game. Why is he
fantasy
in there?
team, dude.
Why is he in there?
Why is he in there, dude? God damn it.
But Renee, I'm putting you on the spot here before we wrap up.
yes.
Favorite part of tonight?
Favorite part of tonight. I don't know. It was a great time. Yeah, like I enjoyed what you guys talking about. Great show. I really enjoyed sitting with Katie. Katie's another person at the studio. I'm not sure if you've seen her before.
Okay, yeah.
She's a studio space above us.
Gotcha.
So I really enjoyed sitting with her for a little bit. She said, say hey to you guys. I don't know if you saw her, but she was waving.
I
no,
did see.
I didn't see the way. It's the lights.
Yeah.
It's tough.
The lights are
Barracuda.
blinding.
I can barely even see you. To be honest.
Blinded by lights.
But
Yeah, it was just a fun time. I mean, I love being at the Horseshoe. It's always good energy. So those
Yeah.
are 3 things that I enjoyed.
Wow. Tony, give me one thing.
My favorite part about tonight.
Yeah. Pizza.
No. I think having Dean here is my favorite part.
Yeah.
It was nice to see Dean. I haven't talked to him in a while. Got on camera or on microphone, I should say. So it was great to have him around.
I'm gonna say the extended golf conversation. Like I think that
Great.
we've had a
was just
massive
crazy.
show that was a while. but,
Yeah.
That was up there for the longest duration of golf talk.
No, yeah, it was great. I love it, dude.
Yeah.
I want to play right now.
Yeah. Let's go.
Literally, right now.
Under the lights.
Under the lights, dude. Where can you pay under the lights around here? Nowhere.
I think somewhere like in the valley. We'll figure it out.
Really?
Yeah, I think I did hear that. I'm not
No
positive.
shit, dude. The valley's close.
Naugatuck or something.
All right, Naugatuck.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Ossining, dude. How about Ossining?
Your thoughts on Ossining, honestly.
Great course, dude.
Yeah.
Beautiful course.
Would have liked to play the whole 18, but no, what about I couldn't hit the ball forward those last couple
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's never happened to me.
Struggling, dude. The wallet.
What a day.
Dude.
Publicans.
Oh
dude.
my god, dude.
Oh, that was funny, Renee.
What a fun time, Renee.
Wasn't
What
it?
a great time,
What a
guys.
great
What
time,
a great
Renee.
show. But
What
yes.
a great. Oh, I tried the summer ale.
You liked it?
I
Yeah?
enjoyed the summer ale. I'm
Let's
on
go.
my third summer ale.
Wow.
Oh wow, so you're feeling it.
Wow, that's
My
big.
face is burning
Isn't that like
up.
a big night for Renee? No?
Last night we were out. We were up until like 2:30 in the morning last
Oh, yeah,
night.
Michael was something.
Renee
I
involved.
said I was only going out till 12.
till midnight.
How did you make it till 2?
Tequila.
Yeah, that's it. No, I wasn't popped, but definitely like tequila kept me going.
Yeah.
That's
I was like good, like buzzed.
So that's just to show you when you're tired, just keep drinking.
The only thing is, though, what if your back hurts? Because I feel like that's what happens to me. It happened last night, happening right now. Like when I don't have, I feel like when I don't have good back support.
Wow.
For some reason, the drinking, the inflammatory.
That makes sense. The inflammation.
You know what I mean? It doesn't. I don't even
Yeah.
need to be hammered. Like I've just had a couple beers, but it's like kills my back, like
Right.
the posture.
But see, keep drinking. Bet you won't feel it anymore.
That's true.
I feel like I still do. But it doesn't hurt elsewise. That's what's
Oh yeah, that's good.
That is interesting.
yeah,
Yeah, maybe you should cut alcohol out of your diet.
yeah. I'll do it when you do it. To be honest.
Oh,
Oh, come on.
come on, man. Come on.
It's a summer thing. Yeah.
Yeah, just the summer, just enjoy myself.
We got some good rat games coming up over the weekend.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure. Dude.
Yeah. But yeah.
Shout out the horseshoe.
Shout out Horseshoe.
Shout out Southport Pizza.
Shout out Southport Pizza. Shout out Dean and shout out all of you guys. Great call in for Saul as well. But we appreciate everybody tuning in, continuing to comment, like, and subscribe. All of the archives on the YouTube page, Tony, Michael, Renee, and Jay in Costume. Merch, downtimetv.com. Everybody enjoy your night. We will see you mañana.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.